I also got a bunch.
And we are recording.
So who else? Who has announcements first before I do mine?
Thank you as always to Rip Reptiles, a local scaly baby rescue, for provider of printer and ink, and thank you for Thomas most recently for the paper.
Yes, and character sheets, because character sheets.
Well, we gotta wait for my announcement because.
Other than that, welcome to our first pre-recorded episode. We're probably going to be doing this from now on. You all, more than likely, we are playing as you are watching this for next week's episode.
Yep, that's the goal.
But when we're done, at least one of us will probably pop in to harass the chat while they're doing other things. Because now we can participate.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's gonna be the fun part, being able to talk in the chats.
Yep, looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to our sound quality and things like that going up. Thank you to my mom for the lovely coffee that comes every year at New Year's time to buy the dice. And the glorious smoothness and awake that goes with it. It's a really nice cuppa. And let's see. Thank you to Chris and Topanga for tonight's sketties. Thank you to me for the pizza.
Yeah.
I finished off the last 2 slices, by the way, so I have food in my stomach.
Cool.
By the way, hook up with us on TikTok because starting this week, our TikTok goes from just passively collecting D&D accounts to watch to actually having videos.
Don't get too comfortable.
Why?
Because
Chris has an announcement.
I have an announcement.
And we have one more announcement that I'm just going to sit back and wait for.
Come with me.
Can I get hand sanitizer first?
No.
Yes.
You don't. It's not allowed.
Your hands have to be dirty. He wants you dirty
What are you
and
looking
raw.
for? Are you looking for? Is this it?
Yeah, that
He wants you dirty and raw right in front of everybody on camera.
one. I'm clipping that.
Hey, unless I'm getting paid by OnlyFans, that's not gonna happen.
And I'm not signing consent form, so you can't post it.
No.
Stand there.
Hey, we're just almost innocent victims of circumstance.
Yeah.
So, I gotta kind of be on camera.
At least try. Kind of.
Sorry, I'm gonna block you a little.
Hey, you're good. I don't give a fuck. This is
So-
more important.
It's kind of, you gotta see.
Okay.
Baby, I do love you. I can't picture myself without you. I love you that you're in my life and that we're working together. And I just wanted to ask, will you marry me? Yay!
Oh, thank you. I was gonna try to get a picture.
I can get down and get a picture of me putting it on her hand.
Yes, and then we will totally use this as a blooper reel.
Me
There you go. Obviously, we need at least one side profile.
And there's the other part to it.
There we go.
You hold on to this. I don't get that until we get married.
Okay.
Yep, that's how that goes.
If you're smart about it, you get one like a sets to go. You can add. You can actually add to those actually at anniversaries.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you follow the rules.
There's some that almost look like a piece of finger armor when you're done.
Yeah, you put up with it for 72 years. Can't use this finger no more.
Yeah.
Weapon.
Totally can. It's just that last piece at the 70th year of being married, you get her one of those really nice old medieval claw tips for. Then she can use it to spoon sugar into her tea. Said sugar into tea.
I heard booger sugar into my nose. That's what I heard.
What?
I heard booger sugar into my nose.
I'm 70, man. I'm gonna be doing coke like it's fucking on its style. Gotta get out of bed somehow.
Oh god, the jokes we'll be able to make because we know I can edit them out.
The jokes that we would have made anyway, even if you couldn't edit them out.
Right?
I'm just thinking how much higher level that's gonna get.
It can get worse.
And then we could also do like a little mini videos of
It also-
behind the scenes of the edit stuff, the stuff that we edit out. We
Exactly.
could throw up there as like a behind the scenes, you know.
Also, it gives Anaya the ability to put a caution adult content insert into some of the stuff that happens in my world.
Yeah.
Little flashes in the top corner,
Parental
headphone warning.
parental discretion advised.
Actually, I like the South Park warning. This content is not suitable for any viewers.
right?
They changed that though. It used to
No,
not be.
it's still
No,
there.
they do it on.
No, it used to not be that way.
No, it used to be that the characters in this show are entirely fictional, even if they're based on real people. It's all made up.
Yeah, it used to be like more broad spectrum.
But no, they
Yeah.
actually have it on Paramount. It says, "We don't suggest that anybody watch this show, not even adults."
Yep.
That's their advertisement on Paramount Plus.
Not suitable for children. Not suitable for adults.
Not suitable
Not-
for anybody.
Same with Rick and Morty and most of the stuff that I like watching for when I'm trying to. Well, actually, no. Looking for inspiration on how to pull off this heist and everything, I've been looking at like Tokyo Ghoul and Bungo Stray Dogs. You know, I don't play nice. I think the smartest thing that anybody's asked me is, "Hey John, what anime are you watching lately?"
I've been rewatching a few.
Asking
Yeah, what
you.
are you watching?
Right now, I'm watching Bungo Stray Dogs, The Ancient Magus's Bride, The Apothecary's Tale, and Tokyo Ghoul.
I just watched the first season. What's the first season of Vampire Garden?
Hey, look, I found Wisp.
No.
Oh, you found Wisp's face. Where's Wisp? Oh,
Hi,
But-
Jean.
okay. So
All right, let's get started. I'm ready.
everybody all situated after. He'll kill you.
I know he will.
Edit that part out, please.
But he loves me.
He doesn't love me that much.
No.
And that's saying something. So, where we last left off, everybody was at the tree, but Kelora and Torin had decided they were going to head back to the tavern and wait while Ronan went and did his rogue thing to try and acquire or get at least a lead on a set of blueprints for the grand heist that was decided to be the shortest distance between 2 points on a globe. It's a rather curved line. Kelora, you're okay with this, as you've expressed. You can deal. Torin, you give 0 fucks and you're down to rob some people.
I will slit Ronan's throat if he fails at being a rogue at the crux moment of this whole endeavor.
Don't slit my throat. Blame the dice.
No. You have to roll the dice to do the rogue thing before the dice can say no.
If you roll the dice and they say no, that's one thing. If you don't do the rogue thing and thus do not end up rolling the dice, the warrior might kill you.
Babe, will you hand me the dab, the torch, and the nectar collector, please?
So,
So, you guys are headed. Is there anything that you two want to talk about on your way back to the tavern? And once you get to the tavern, unless you just want to, like, we'll say you made a quick trip through town, had a good time about it, and had a conversation about this, that, the other, who cares?
well, I actually would like to try to talk her into something.
Well, then you and Kelora can have that conversation for a
Can I get a
moment,
blank character sheet while I'm at it?
just in case.
Well, no, I've got Naima written down. I'm going to transfer Kelora to a new character sheet because I'm erasing a hole in this one because I keep erasing how many hit points I have.
So, if I remember correctly, in the conversations we had last week, there's a portal to Evermist, and through there we can find another portal that leads to a Nag's deck, because we need the Nag's hair.
No, it's not a portal. I just know where a hag's hair or a hag's den is. We've been there before.
But we didn't.
There's a trail of my feathers that'll lead you right to it.
Not anymore, it's been weeks.
Well, then there's a trail of clawed trees and destruction that'll lead you right to it.
That's true.
Well, the reason I'm asking is so, like, if
Keep it
you
away from them.
took out the den, could
What
we
was
collect
this
the hair?
That
We
was
already
for-
did.
That,
Did you?
Yeah, like
Why?
aim me.
There's a bunch of hag corpses decaying into the swamp.
Oh. And well, who has the Nag's hair?
Who
No.
had actually? No, one of the party does have Night Hag's hair.
3 pounds of it, though?
No,
No.
No.
a
maybe
couple
about an ounce
ounces.
and a half.
But they
2
didn't, like,
ounces.
shave them bald, did they?
Yeah, he did. He scalped it.
That's not bald. Scalping is just a chunk of hair in the middle of your head.
No, he literally scalped the Native American style.
Yeah, but that's
scalped
that's
the top
just-
of the head.
Yeah, but that's not the rest of it. Like
No,
they do
Wiz
scalp
took the whole thing.
Yeah, that's not scalping. That's fucking.
He pretty much
He
scalped the top of the
taxidermied the top of that hag's
Yeah,
head.
he deglove that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
different.
so
He has a
we
mask.
do have night hag's hair. Just the party member's not with us at the moment.
Well, we need 3 pounds of it. I'm trying to figure out how we get 3 pounds of it.
Well,
How
there's a
much hair-
spell component.
It is.
There's that, and there's that pixie. It needs to be whacked.
But I'm sure if we go a little further into the woods, we'll find the rest of that coven because that was a very small collective of hags.
It was a full coven. 4.
We only scalped 1. There's 3 more.
Yes, but 2 of them are green and 1 of them was a water hag.
Yeah.
Or sea hag.
And they just said nag's hair. It does not say that it need to be any specific type of nag's hair. You were not specific on that one.
Did I say hag or night hag?
Hag.
You just said hag's
Okay.
hair.
Well, that's good news. That would make it a
We
little
just
bit
have
easier.
night hag's hair. One of the party members specifically has night hag's hair.
Yep.
Yep.
And thank you for the clarification because that still is not does not change much.
Yeah.
I
But
wrote down
okay.
Oh wait, my intelligence is now at a 10, so my modifier is a +0.
Yeah, you're not that down.
No, you were specific. It is nag hair. I know you wrote it down.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, you're
That
off.
makes things a little more difficult.
You're off doing your.
Oh, it's okay. We can start from the hag's lair that we know of and hunt outward.
Well,
Can 2 of us do it while we wait for Ronan to do his thing?
real quick, both of you make a history check for me. Either, and if you're proficient in it, you get advantage.
You got history? Where's the proficiency in that?
I'm not proficient.
It's a skill up. Priests, wizards, clerics, monks, anybody who happens to be a sage.
I got a 15.
Okay.
And I got a 9.
Okay, so at a 15, you would not even, it wouldn't even register, but at a 15, you would have remembered that somewhere in your studies as a ranger of miscellaneous things, especially being a bounty hunter, so hunting monstrous humanoids would be on your to-do list for money.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to remember hearing about conclaves of hags being held once per year.
Are we going over that time of year?
You're not sure what time of year it would be. You just know that it happens at least once a year. A conclave of hags would be a thing. The greater ruling body of which would be a council of night hags is the only thing you would know.
Would I
As-
know who I would need to talk to about getting more information on that? It's dawning on me.
Roll insight. Alright, so on a 19, you know that that's the kind of information that's predominantly trafficked and tracked by things like arcane schools, like a wizard's college, or mages would keep track of that. Possibly purveyors of magical ingredients would be interested, as well as, but beyond that, you're really not sure. Like, you're pretty sure they'd be able to give you, you don't know exactly when it is, but you know the type of people you would need to talk to in order to get it. Pretty much anybody who would have a need for ingredients from same said creatures.
In Kelora, do you know of any places that would possibly be looking for or selling Night's hair that we could probably get a lead? I mean, she's from here.
And she is the only one in the party who's from here. And Ronan should not mention his name in town. Or look
If
like
I
he mentioned
remember
himself.
correctly,
Whoever said I did.
You actually said
near
you didn't. That's why you
the
didn't look
temples
yet.
of the dark gods, there should be a small black market for spell effects. If it still exists.
Lead the way.
It's not small since the last time you were here. It's been a decade since you were in town, since you were expelled from what your lore says. So it's grown considerably since you were a child. But
She wouldn't know that, but she would know where to be.
she would know a basic good starting point for where to get the information you seek, yes.
We could go down to the there's a reasonably sized black market for spell components near the temples to the dark gods.
By the way, Kelora, roll insight. With advantage. Don't ask me why.
I'm not going to. I don't want to know.
There is a reason, though. I don't just... Chris, you played at a table with me for how long? Do I ever just give people advantage on a roll?
The answer's just no.
What'd you roll?
A 1 and a 3.
Ooh.
Insight would be a 3. Hey, I avoided the nat 1.
There is that. There is that.
Okay, first of all, I understand Big Dumb Bird. Secondly, it occurs to you that the predominant clergy that you've been dealing with at the Temple of Tiamat would probably know.
Yeah, that's not a hard difficulty.
You just weren't allowed to fail with that thing etched in your chest.
Well, I avoided the 1.
Thank you, Baldur's Gate, for a new fucked up mechanic. The one that works with the elliptic where it gives you a DC of 2 on a roll. Don't roll a 1.
My current playthrough, I turned off being able to see the DCs.
Ooh.
I can't see how hard the roll is. It's more like regular D&D for me now. I don't know how many hit points my enemies have, and I don't know how hard the roll is.
Damn, sounds kind of like sex.
Doesn't it though?
Well, I'm gonna lead the way.
Alright, so you guys are gonna make yourself
I
way
start
down
off
there
being
to go
an
look for
asshole and
parts
just
shit.
straight taking flight for a minute. I do circle back and land and we'll start walking, but I start off like I'm just gonna take flight.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm going to do.
being
Oh, I
the
can follow her if she does that. Can we get there faster if we fly?
you can.
If I dash it.
No,
Oh, she's got her fucking.
her
arm.
flight
That's the
speed.
way.
No, her flight speed is. Oh wait, hold on.
It's
Have you-
80.
Yeah,
But now
it's
with the new.
120. Question: Were you?
What
You're
was the
still
mod?
wearing your armor, aren't you?
No.
Are you carrying it?
No, it's currently in my room.
Figured I'd ask because that's important.
I'm not expecting
Alright.
Oh, whether I'm expecting to be in a fight or not.
So, as you make your way to the tavern, we turn our way to Ronan. Now, Ronan, if very much you know where the back alleys and dregs are,
Spaghetti should be warm if
marketplaces.
anybody wants some.
You know where that is, and you know what you're looking for. You've been down there recently.
No, when I'm
just checking
not
things.
looking
Oh,
to
you're good.
pick a fight, I prefer to go unarmored so that people don't see shiny, gleamy armor.
Less intimidating.
I'm not trying to be intimidating right now.
No, should be.
Well, I'm intimidating on my own right. I have a knife riveted to my face.
Alright, so. Cool, everybody's in place, so we can get this going. Ronan, you are, as you head your way down into the back of the market district, through the back alleys and winding ways that you found in the first place, the last time you were down here, you find yourself in that same very familiar caldera underneath the city streets in what looks like a cistern. It would have been a cistern to a sewer system, probably back while there was still a lake.
Okay.
You vaguely remember bits and pieces of having been here before. Like, it seems like something, but you've been through so many lifetimes at this point that it's just gotten all blurred together, and you're pretty sure you're where you should be, as there are a multitude of people around. And your same informant from before is among them, as well as a few other people. So as you enter this caldera, what do you do?
I walk up to the one guy that I know, and I give him a silver and say I'm looking for some information.
Takes the coin, rolls it between their fingers, and by the time it hits the pinky, it doesn't drop into the palm. You aren't sure what they did, but it's gone. Well, for silver, what did you be looking for?
Some blueprints.
Oh, I mean, I could get you blueprints to a house, blueprints to a ballista, blueprints to a catapult, blueprints to an arcane wand of wishes.
It's for the bank, but we're looking for
The
the thieves.
Grand
We're
Bank.
looking to see if the Thieves Guild has it.
That's why I'm looking
The
for.
thick one.
Yeah. Let's just say I need to pull a job off at the Grand Bank.
Really?
And that silver was just a starter to see what you can find out. You bring me back the information, or tell me the person that has the information I need. I'll give you.
Well,
He had a little bit of platinum.
And
they roll a gold coin out across their fingers, seemingly out of the air, and they play with it. For this, I can tell you who to talk to. And then he pockets that one, and in its place comes a platinum coin. For one of these, I can tell you what the price will probably be. But for 10 of these, and they hold up 10 platinum pieces, and then pocket them away, and it looks like a folding deck of cards as they do this. It's like one of those weird magician's sleight of hand tricks. You know that person who that's what they put all their points into?
Mm-hmm.
That guy. Now, for 10 of these,
And 10 platinum is 100 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes, but they asked for 10 platinum. You're dealing in the black market. Not everything is worth its metal, and not everything is necessarily.
Well, I only
being
have
used
one platinum, but I was gonna give him 1 platinum and 75 gold.
don't you have that thingy that's worth it?
The
One of those rings.
one of the rings.
Yeah, we just need one of those that's worth it.
It is the black market. It would be the place to use it.
Well, I also
I'm not
have
here right now.
those
Exactly.
the 100 platinum discs worth 10 platinum each. The ones that have the royal markings on them that I need to have melted down. This guy won't care if they have royal markings on them. He's got ways to take care of that. So I pull out one of the platinum discs and say, "How about this? It's worth about 10 platinum."
Picks it up. It does weigh about 10 ounces. Drops it and listen, and you watch as they touch their ear as if they're listening and applying pressure. You know how if you apply pressure at the right point behind your ear, it changes the pitches of everything in the room to a
He's
degree?
listening to make sure it sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, not quite. Cocks an eyebrow hearing it the first time, and you realize that there was some stuff on the ground. Second time, they throw it hard, and it makes a ring that makes everybody within about 100 yards ears perk.
Yeah, I knew that would happen. So,
It rings true of platinums. Well, it's not a forgery. Yes, one of these would get you the meeting you need. But make sure all of your accomplices are present.
tell me where to meet and I'll make sure we're all there.
Well, you see, that's what makes this interesting. What you're going to do is you're going to leave here and head to the district wards, particularly the guard barracks. There's a particular pub that they all frequent. The Flaming Boar.
Flaming Boar in the garden.
Yes, it's right next to the Blue Oyster Club. You can't miss that place. It's absolutely fabulous. If anybody hasn't seen Police Academy, you're now fired.
Well, I've seen it.
That's why you giggled. So, by all means, it is the local guard. There will be ask for a gentleman by the name of Captain Napes.
Captain Napes.
Gnapies. Don't call him Napies. He gets rather pissed.
But it's Napes.
Correct. Don't ask me why his family put the extra letters. It's disgusting. Common's hard enough to write without silent crap.
Then you might not like the word xylophone.
Your mom does what for a living?
They didn't know what xylophones are. They would have had them, wouldn't they?
Correct. That was his response to you saying that. Your mom does what for a living? You're in the black market, in the middle of, surrounded by thieves, assassins, and murderers. You make a smart-ass comment like that, they're going to leave. And your mom does what for a living?
Mama jokes, come on now.
They're gonna start busting on your mom, busting on your family, and possibly trying to bust on your face. They are a bunch of seedy, derogatory underworldlings.
And I was raised in this world. I was.
Yeah, so you're like,
That's why I just like I snicker and laugh and I was like, yep. Okay. So
be paying attention, dearie. Because you're everything that's going on right now is technically going on around you.
so
And you can hear all this.
after that,
This is what we talked about.
I get I tell him thank you for the information, and I hand him one more gold just for the hell of it.
He looks at the gold piece, bites it, bends it between his teeth. You notice as he bites and bends, all the teeth are metal capped and filed sharp.
So with the gold coin, it would bend.
It bent, it also divoted, like Braille. Is there anything else you needed, boyo? Bad timing.
Nope, I think that's about it. Get your butt back in here.
Especially since the next line's yours. Well, think about it. The next line technically is yours because he's turning to leave. Remember what we talked about.
Get prepared. You need to prepare whatever you're gonna need to do.
Oh, no, you are prepared. Because you see, as you turn to leave, a hooded figure that's basically been about 15 feet away from where you were having this conversation, you didn't even really scope shit out. You figured you're in the black market, who the fuck cares? Everybody cares about everybody's business. Somebody's gonna be dropping eaves anyway.
And I know there's gonna be some sketchy motherfuckers around here,
Well-
so I'm prepared.
A voice comes from a cloaked and hooded figure. There looks like there's two kind of pointing up things underneath the cloaked cowl, but you wouldn't be able to tell what's causing that pointedness. It could be a helmet, it could be ears. You can't even really make out facial descriptions in this light, but especially since you have a nice hooded lantern set so that it was aimed at whatever you're reading and studying over right now, your face ain't visible. You have low light vision and dark vision. You give zero fucks about light. You're just trying to have the light so you can see the fine details at this point. And please, by all means, give us a description of a voice and pick up the line because he's leaving. And here's your chance. It's either that or you get stuck in the underworld working for the black market for the next 20 sessions. You really want to play this game with me? We can go. Come on, jump in.
Come on. Gotta be prepared. It's role play.
I am.
So, as you see this person who's been talking about, like, we're talking the Grand Bank here. Motherfucker wants to break it and rob it. Technically, with your skill set, you could definitely help.
So you're planning to break into the Grand Bank, huh? Sounds like the perfect time for me to use my skills to help you.
And what exactly are your skills? You trying to apply for a job or something? You gotta tell me what you're good at. Tell me what you do.
Yes.
Tell me how you can aid me.
Seriously? Sorry, my mind is in the gutter.
Okay. It's gotta be the correct format. You behave like a dog.
Mommy.
You're not big green and orc, no.
Can he tell by looking at her? Is there anything that hints at what she is? Like,
Yeah, can I roll an investigation or perception check to see
Go
what...
ahead and roll perception. It's going to be a hard difficulty, lighting and everything included.
does he have dark vision though?
Yes, I do.
Doesn't matter with that hood in the way.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Good, I'm proficient. +6.
Okay, roll.
Oh, fuck.
What you got?
A 2.
Alright.
+6 is 8.
Alright, so add an 8. You know that they're humanoid. Slightly furry, because you get a good glance at their hands, and they have claws. Beyond that, no clue.
Can I tell their class?
Nope.
Let's see. I make
That's
a
a
little
DC
weapon, so
30
I
if
can
you're
use
good at
magic.
it.
Unless you're a battle master, but I'm not there right now.
Yep.
Okay,
Are
so...
you looking to fuck some shit up or not?
Well, tell me what you can do. You like I can see the claws. I see over what else? You got
She said you could use magic.
magic. You can build things.
Do you have a familiar yet?
Kind of.
Did your artificer build one yet?
She should have a homunculus or well,
That's
she'll have
a choice.
Well, you have the homunculus and the servant. No, you have the servant. You get that right out the gate. Pretty much.
So magic, build things.
You
what
want to
else?
see that if she decides that it's present at the moment. That could be at her workshop.
Yeah.
Hey, so she should.
By the way, what is your little thingy?
Her steel defender or her homunculus servant?
Her homunculus. What is your little critter that...
You should have a little
What's it look like?
sidekick.
Yeah. So what kind of sidekick do you have?
You could be pretty much fucking anything, I think, right? Anything?
Homunculus is pretty much a fully formed mini-human. It's pretty much the definition of a homunculus.
I didn't know. I need to get more scope.
In the case of an artificer, it can be anything that's fashioned in more often than not, they're clockworks.
It reminds me more of like Bleach and the brother that's in an armor suit.
No.
So it can be anything.
You can describe it and build it however you want, but yeah, you should have that.
want summer sausage. She loves it.
And yes, you can have some Malkin.
Not yet.
Not yet, after everybody... Well, she can have the heal. Nobody likes the heal. John's looking at me like I do.
I like big butts. I can't.
So describe your homunculus.
I like big butts and big blunts. What you want?
Time and place for both.
So describe like what you would have with you too. Like I noticed you got
What
the
would he
claws and the
actively be
fur,
able to
but
see?
what would I actively be able to see? Would I be able to see any weapons? Any?
She said she made a cloak. Is it open at all?
Yeah, is your cloak open and are you revealing like some of your equipment that you've made, or are you trying to keep everything concealed? What would you look like?
Wait your turn.
I'd open my cloak to show you my weapons. And then my
what
little.
would you have on you? Describe it, like. Okay, as if you were showing yourself off to someone, like, oh, this is my so-and-so weapon, this does this.
Look at this like a job interview.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to make it worth his while to take you with, because that's a lot of fucking money.
So, describe it. Describe.
And you know what you know about the party that everybody would know, because you guys have started rumors.
Like,
You
we,
bet.
rumors have been started because of us, or we started rumors just to fucking start shit.
Rumors were started because of you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you've been back and forth from that fucking castle or that tower twice now, and sent people there.
And we've said that we've not been quiet about when we were for Gold Dragon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so word's gotten around about us. So, just describe, like.
Yeah, here in the near future, there's gonna be a whole bunch of people trying to hound you guys for a job.
Nice.
You'd think.
Well, at least we'll get
I
paid.
like scrolls of portals or whatever. It was like start sending people. Yeah, here you go. Put it in them.
For the right price.
I'm gonna be a dick.
Yes.
So I'd only have my quarterstaff and my light bow on me. The rest would be.
So you've got like a little
Wherever
light
I get
bulb
quarters.
that you're using to keep everything. So you would notice that there is what looks like a sphere, I suppose, a glass sphere, that's just lighting this little corner in the parchment and everything that they were writing on. You can't discern a gender underneath the cloak, and because, well, with your particular race, sometimes vocal patterns are muddled, especially, and it's very easy if you make it your sound. If you made your voice as a character sound more growly, you could be this. Nobody would know a gender. Period. Just because of the type of person you are.
They wouldn't know if I let them, unless I let them know.
Exactly. She won't take it out your hand.
You gotta set it down.
Over there.
It's like, nummy. Okay, so you got a light bow
Not too much of this stuff is not the greatest.
or a light ball?
It's,
Like crossbow.
Like crossbow
Okay,
and a
so-
quarterstaff?
so yeah, they've got a quarterstaff leaning against the wall, a light crossbow, and it's emitting enough light for them to read by.
But, okay, so you make things, what else? You know a little bit of magic, but that's good and that's great, but I can also make things and I know magic, so what else?
Yeah. What
And-
makes you better at that?
And as they're asking, as they're wondering, or they got this puzzled look on their face, and they're like, "What?" And I kind of flick my wrist, and my blade comes out, and then I flick it back, and it goes back.
It's
And,
actually a pretty nice piece of machinery. You rolled high on that.
And I
hate you for rolling so high. I
flicked
don't
it
have
back,
the
and I'm
fucking
like, "So,
break onto it.
what else you got?"
It's just simple weapons and firearms, so what would be simple weapons?
Some weapons are like crossbow daggers.
Like crossbows, daggers,
Short swords.
bow staffs.
Firearms, though, those are things you made.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is,
we're not in that age yet.
technically you are. It's just very rare to find one because of the way that they work. They aren't technically muskets.
Yeah,
I rewrote and homebrewed firearms.
but isn't also firearms? Couldn't that be considered also like heavy crossbows and stuff because they fire a projectile?
They're
You
considered
more like Captain Ball, like pirate guns from back in the day.
So blunderbuss.
That's more of a rifle, but you're looking at more like the pirate pistols like Jack.
Yeah, a flintlock and a blunderbuss. That was pretty much what they carried. Was a flintlock pistol and a blunderbuss, which is a fucking hand cannon.
It's a shotgun that'll fire anything.
Pretty much.
Literally anything. You get shot in the back.
So I see what you're trying to bring, but what else you got?
I would,
No.
depending on, I would press that you can blow shit up and you can make your own concoctions of explosive powders,
Quick.
which you can't technically do.
Well, I can blow shit
I
up.
was saving that piece for John because he likes the end pieces.
She likes to eat the butt, she can eat the booty.
As long
Eat
as
that
it's-
booty, girl.
As long as it's not mine, I'm okay with that.
Don't just until you try it.
Thank you.
It's quite fucking fun. Sorry.
We'll have to edit this out.
Plus, you know, I can make my own concoctions and, you know, knock them out, fuck them up.
What
I
kind
want
of
to roll
artificer did you go?
an investigation check.
What kind?
Yeah, did you go
'Cause-
artillerist, armor, alchemist?
I was just gonna roll an investigation check just to see if I can, based on what
It's
they
an
told me,
alchemist.
deduce what they are.
Nope, not off of that.
Like they make their own stuff. They're spellcasters. I wouldn't be able to deduce that they were an artificer based off that.
Nope,
That'd be like a history check or
artificers are rare. Even now.
But I've ran into artificers in the past.
Once in 50 years. You would guess about 7 different kinds of. Okay, the probability of you actually nailing artificer gives you a DC of 30. The reason for it being that a wizard is capable of making magical items. Shut up. A sorcerer can make magical items. Multiple people tinker with things, make mechanical things on a regular basis, and they're trying because you are in an age of innovation.
But the artificer class is like very rare. Not many people are capable of doing it type thing.
Yes, predominantly because canonically speaking, in the D&D worlds, most DMs will not allow them to run.
Because they're too close to modern times.
Too broken.
So concoctions and stuff. So like you can make like potions and bombs and shit.
Now, an insight check to see how useful a bomb would be. With what you've got coming up, you won't even have a difficulty.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need to do an insight just to see if this would match with anything that we got going on. And if
Wait.
I think you passed the test, I will take you to the rest of my team, and you'll have to talk to them and convince them. So I'm gonna roll an insight.
This is the worst thing you can do is just have her meet the rest of your crew and see what they say or assessor.
And that is
No,
a
and
reprimanded
Kelora.
child.
And I got a 7 on my insight. You roll high when I don't need you to, and you roll low when I need you to.
But it's great
One
for
more
the
time,
story.
and you're going to jail.
It's been a minute since somebody went to jail.
I
Right?
know, right?
I never throw my dice in jail because when they roll low, it benefits the players. When they roll high, it makes it funny.
Now you're over here, Malcolm.
So he
So
rolled a 7.
yeah, I rolled a 7 total.
He's trying to decide if she should bring her to meet all the rest of the rooms.
Well, you at least have enough knowledge that the DC on this was low. It does seem like, at least from the idea of I can make bombs, yup. A bomb could be quite useful at getting through a door.
Can you pass us summer sausage?
Forgot about
looking at it
chips.
like,
Smoked good.
I wanted to go this way.
I'll cut that in a second.
Now I'll get after this. I won't need it again.
So I think you might be useful, but you still got to pass the rest of my team's test. So come with me, and
Totally
we're
pass.
gonna go meet up with them. And I got some information to give
We're
them,
hardasses, don't you?
and you can try to convince them.
I'm like the stray puppy you just picked up and like didn't get rid of them.
Tunneling is gonna be some kind of fucking challenge.
I mean, that's literally how we found him. He was in one of the dungeons and just never left.
Hey!
We rescued him, and he just never left.
Yeah, but you've never met this guy yet. So,
I know. I was that was out of character.
like,
So follow me, and I turn around and I leave to go back to meet up.
you
with
gonna
them.
follow him or you gonna sit there?
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, you do have autonomy. You are allowed to choose to say no. You know, people kind of.
How crowded is it?
I've been making potions and weapons for the last 15 years. I think I've had an effect.
How crowded are the streets right now?
Making me roll shit, motherfucker.
Yes, yes I am.
actually. It's a little bit sparse from what you would expect. It's almost like it's a healthy black market, which proves that there's a good economy in the area, but not like overly bolstered, which means that it's not like it's a one-sided economy in the area. Let's face it, the low end of the black market will boom in times when the high end, when the upper crust of things and the upperclassmen have most of the money. When it's equally distributed.
So I want to see. I want to test how good they are. I'm gonna go into stealth and see if I can weave my way through the
Okay.
crowd without them noticing me, and see how closely they can follow.
Roll stealth. Roll perception for me, please.
Let's go to my stealth has a bonus of +7, so whatever I get, I gotta add 7 to it.
Correct.
Do I need a D20?
Advantage
Yep.
because she's actively trying to follow him.
Yep. Advantage
So
because
2
you're actively
d20s and take the highest.
because you're actively trying to follow.
Yeah, roll 2 of them
2?
at the same time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
16.
25.
Is that plus your perception on your sheet? What's your perception bonus?
+1.
So 17.
Versus,
Yeah, I got an 18 plus 7. I got a 25.
He says, "Follow me,"
Ronan, you bitch.
and
Turns into a rogue.
disappears into the crowd 15 steps in front of you. He was there. You were following him. You managed to make it about 50 yards out from where you were sitting. And then all of a sudden,
Depending on what species are you?
Yeah, describe what you would look like.
Oh,
to-
no, I'm not seeing her right now. This is player to player.
I'm a shifter.
Fuck.
I know.
No keen senses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Check more King.
Isn't that multiverse?
No, I don't have it.
It's
I
on
got
the
it.
couch.
Oh, probably right next to me.
Oh, there it is.
See?
Yeah.
It's
It's the last book that Christian was looking at on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yeah, because I have
Um,
stuff in there. Same.
Oh. We
What I
said we would
noticed-
help her learn how to play, so.
would I notice that they lost me?
We're working on something for a deliberation.
I wanna double check to see because
I
The way she
believe
described-
shifters have keen sense. Shifters are at the front of the book. It's one of the
Oh.
playable races.
derp. I'm going through the monsters.
That's okay. You're a conglomeration of genetic anomalies just like I am. You have the ability to make total fuck-ups and mistakes.
Oh shit. Okay. Either way, that's my stealth is actually a +8, not a +7 now. So I got a 26, not a 25.
Sorry.
No. No keen senses.
Let me see. I need to take a more solid look at shifters.
It's all good.
It happens. We found a race that doesn't get played very often.
Well, either way, if she was playing a dwarf, I would take the time to look things up. Just because we agreed that we would help her get caught up to where we're at as players.
Yeah.
We're not gonna leave a new player behind just because we're more advanced.
Yeah. Which is why I'm also gonna try something.
Ronan?
Because I took a brief look at your character sheet, and you look like you've got the kind of character sheet that could make up for the difference between stealth and perception.
The only way you could do it.
No. No Malkin.
There is one way you can do it.
It's my papa!
Put those on the table or something. We got a Malkin over here trying to steal them.
You got it.
What? They're gone. I don't have them.
How can I eat them all?
She's not stupid. She won't lie that.
She's like, oh man.
She can tell time and count. Like, for real. It's terrifying. Okay. So, Did you look up what your shifted abilities do if you decide to shift into from looking basically human to allowing your bestial traits to go? Because it lasts for a minute.
Which is 10 turns, right?
4 times a twin long rest. When this action shift into bestial form for 1 minute.
What can you do?
Gain 8.
Oh,
Well, with the wild
Don't
hunt
eat
aspect of it, you get advantage on all of your wisdom checks.
I
which
think she
includes
was at a
perception.
level. What was the? You were at the second tier of being able to shift. Like
Right.
you can swim, but you can't fly.
That's druids.
No, oh, that was the druid.
That's the druid wild shape. That is
That was
not
the one that we
uh,
created for the one shot. Never mind. There's so many characters now. They're all running together.
It's alright. It's just a gang. Just look at it as gang violence in your brain. It's healthy. That was probably a terrible statement. To
You
make.
forget I can walk up to 30 feet for my speed.
So is mine.
Yeah, but
But
here's
I'm
the
in
trick.
stealth. So
You had to roll that straight. If you get irritated and use your shifting ability and use the wild hunt aspect, you get advantage on all wisdom checks.
which would be your perception.
And a natural 20 always succeeds, but this motherfucker done rolled a 26 to get away being a dick.
Oh, Ronan, I'm gonna kill you.
On the other hand,
I'm with the bird on this one.
while he cannot find you, while you cannot find him,
Can I still do I?
roll
not-
insight for me. I'm gonna pull this back around.
Well, I was gonna try something, see if I could do something.
In a second, she gets a chance to respond to this.
Another 16.
Plus insight.
You have to grab my paper.
Yeah, it's his.
The hell, I think that's a plus 5.
21.
Insight. Okay, so at a 21, you do notice that while his stealth is really good and he totally ghosted, he left footprints. Just not like, okay, not like left footprints, but like you can see where it was somebody trying to make it so you couldn't even follow that, and it just shows the minor disturbance. Heads out of the Black Market District, and you probably got a pretty solid trail if you want to try and follow it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow it.
Alright, so heading back to the temple then?
Yep.
Alright.
You got lucky because if she failed that insight, I was gonna circle back through the crowd and sneak up behind him and be like, "So, you lost me, huh?"
Oh, I'm a lot better than you give me credit for.
You see, I'm a patron. He has to do something naughty.
I mean, she did technically lose you. So
That's,
you can totally still do it.
well, no, she's picking up the trail now, so I'm.
No, she's following your footprint.
Yeah,
but-
and
She's following what she believes to be your footprints, let's
Yeah.
be clear.
so I'm just gonna head to the tavern or wherever. Isn't that in the temple district?
So, you actually at first do go with your original plan, but start looping back, and you watch as she around and then looks and catches and starts following the exact path that you took through the crowd looking at the ground. So you decide it's better to just turn yourself and head that back down towards the temple district after what looked like a pathway that was going to loop back around to behind where you were originally standing. It just suddenly turns off once he realizes what was going on. You know, decisions in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so I just make my way back there, and
And that brings us actually back to Torin and Kelora for a moment, because you all would not have collided just yet.
right.
And you two would be probably right about now just coming up to the steps of the temple.
Which
Yeah.
team? What do we see? Temple of.
It's the Temple of Tiamat. You've been here a few times.
I'm just walking then.
I'm a follow. Still looking kind of salty about the whole situation. Devout,
Who do
but
I?
salty.
Who do I see once I enter the temple?
No, you see the normal menagerie of priests and priestesses.
Do I see anybody I ran into recently?
A few people. You've been quite popular in the church lately.
Do I see the priest or whatever that I ran into the last time I was here?
The high priestess that was originally talking with you about all the insanity?
My last go around before I had my
Yeah.
meeting. Do I see her?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to flag her down or get her attention.
She comes, looks at you, as if to say one moment, and goes back to a conversation with somebody, and
Yes.
starts making her way towards you. Yes. What is it, my child?
Hello again. We are hoping, or I'm hoping, you can help me out with an acquisition of sorts.
Acquisition. Well, more than likely, but what's in it for our mother?
It's a component that we need to finish the task she gave us. Yes.
Torn, shut up. I will personally see to it that some of the blood of every fallen that gets in our way ends up on my little device.
Device.
My oh shit button.
I already
It's how we make our blood sacrifices.
I know, but I've been coded in blood so many times in the last few days.
No, I'm saying in it for Tiamat is that I will make a small blood sacrifice out of every single person that falls in the path of what we're trying to accomplish.
She looks at you and goes, enticing, but no.
Well, probably
You
And-
said the word small.
And 50 platinum now.
Roll persuasion. Flat roll.
Flat roll?
Flat.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Normally I'm rolling persuasion checks with disadvantage because I'm either absurd or just stupid.
No, like, seriously, if it's a harebrained idea, I'm going to make you roll a disadvantage. I
That
don't care.
is... One sec. One sec. That is a 9.
She is like, and do you really think that our mother would have someone in my position so easily bought? She actually takes the coins and wham! Now, here's the thing. What's your AC?
I wasn't trying to buy the priestess. I was trying to make a donation to the temple.
It's...
No,
what's
this
what-
is in character. Like, I am now visibly confused.
What's your AC?
My AC currently is 19.
That just hits.
I'm gonna look just visibly confused. Kelora.
As you take 11 points of damage, and 3 out of those platinum pieces are now embedded in you.
Okay.
Like-
It's fine.
Across your chest in a nice diagonal pattern. Do you
Okay.
really think our mother would want pure metal in her hoard? You filthy creature.
Hey, but, hey, mama. I'm gonna be like, hey, hi, hold on, hey. I know that you're mad at the bird.
I second wind and I'm not bleeding anymore.
Good answer.
I just... Still looking thoroughly confused, like, well, fuck you too! Not saying, well, fuck you too, but, like, the look on my face says,
Okay, and hold
shock and
that.
horror.
We can, what we're planning on doing is going to entail a lot of carnage so we can up the blood sacrifice as a secondary thing. Is there anything pressing or outstanding that we need taken care of for Mother?
Well, rumor has it that you're going to be breaking into a certain vault because you need quite the amount of coin.
Yes, and we are actively looking for anything that could help us do that more efficiently.
Well, one thing that you could do that would help here is, while you're in there, There's a very, very strange, very old egg.
Okay. That was the other thing.
It's green and red with blue. It's a green and red pearlescent, almost looking metallic egg with blue spots. It looks like it's made of dragon scale. If you bring that egg back to us, it would make a most welcome sacrifice.
Okay. I accept that term. I'm pretty sure we can do that while we're in there.
Just to be clear, you're not asking us to sacrifice a yet to be hatched child, just a likely dormant egg.
Well, the egg's over 10,000 years old. It would be a true miracle if what was inside lived, wouldn't it?
Okay, good. Look, Kelora's willing to bend on a whole lot of things at this point.
But aside from that is for several components that we're looking for, but there is a more unique item that isn't easy to get a hold of or get the volume in which we need, because we can get a little bit here and a little bit there, but we need quite a large chunk of night hag's hair.
Night hag.
Night hag.
Nag, hag, same day. Well, no, rent a nag is a completely different thing. We've all seen Robin Hood Men in Tights.
But we
Or at
need,
least we should.
for one of the components for the spell, we need 3 pounds of it.
3 pounds of night hag.
Now I do remember in my studies and research, there is night hags, like annual council meeting thing.
Oh, there is. You're right.
I just don't remember when or where it's at. But if there's that option, or if you have any suggestions on how to get that much of it.
Well, cutting all the skin off of a bunch of hags' heads would be a nice start.
Be a good sacrifice too.
Did it specify what type of night hag's hair?
No, just night hags.
Oh, so it can be hair from any part of their body. Well, that makes it slightly easier. I mean, it's not just the head that grows hair after all.
I'm not carrying any portion of night hag pubic hair.
The bird says this to you out loud. By the way, we're going to go to a bio break until Chris is done with his phone call real quick. Because right about this time, in time to hear the words, "I'm not carrying any amount of night hag pubic hair," the two of you would be walking through the temple doors. So, yeah. We're going to take a quick bio break because phone calls happen and shit. And
You're incredible. You know that? There's no need to be facetious, Grace.
I don't have gold.
I just realized I'm an asshole. I have a house in Kestar and we've been renting a space.
welcome back to the Insanities. That is the channel known as By the Dice.
Hello.
And I cast Wish for install.
Do you know anything about the Muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9?
Well, one of them's a relatively perpetuously postulous pixie. Normally they're like, oh, they come from the Outlands. Now this guy came from the fracking city. He's from the hood.
I've got 3 days to do tomorrow. That'll give me something to do.
Freddie, please tell me you don't think you're some kind of adventurer.
I'm sorry. Are you not about to head into a monster's lair at great personal peril? What else would you call that?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he wasn't killed. That's the idiot that lives here. You watch as the dragon kind of hops up. Excuse me, idiot. I'm smarter than you. And barbarians? They just don't care. Damn, exactly. We have to play like John's the DM. Lose to that tiny little goblin. It's pretty bad right now. Like barbarian. You gonna fight somebody that you? Well, that could go. That could be pretty
Well, if
fucking
you
broken.
get Yankee, that might end up in
Yeah,
romance.
you want to know why?
A little shifter, maybe.
Check this. Check what I just got as a
Okay.
feat. John, check what I just got as a feat at level 9. Magical ambush. Starting at 9th level, if you are hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against it. During this
Write it
spell
on your
turn.
character sheet so you have it handy.
I have it wrote down. I have magical ambush now.
Yeah.
So if
You're
I'm
one
in,
of, Rogue is one of the few that actually gets something at 9th level.
I didn't get shit.
I don't get anything.
But your 10 looks nice.
I don't get
I know.
anything feat-wise for another 2 levels since I'm focusing on Paladin until at least level 6.
mine's 9, and then at 13th I get
Yeah,
another
but
one.
at 10th level, you'll be 3rd level Pally.
Mm-hmm.
So you do get shit. Alright, so I'm going to start a fire as we are actually back to the recording session
Yep.
of this insanity. And
I do like being able to get back to game like at leisure instead of worrying about break time.
true, and we can edit this part out.
Yeah.
But as you're finishing up your bit of business, where were we for that?
She said she wasn't going to carry Nag's pubes.
Yep.
Okay, so as you're
I will not carry any portion of Night Hag pubic hair.
this is actually said in a very, very loud and actually quite projecting tone. You hear the two of you as you walk through the door, and along the ride you've been describing your party mates to this new person. By the way, you still haven't given them a name, so we'll get there. And you hear, I am not carrying any portion of Night Hag pubic hair, echo through the Temple of Tiamat. In Kelora's tones.
Can I sneak up behind the bird?
Roll stealth. Roll perception. Or what's your passive?
My passive is a 14, but I'm in the Temple of Tiamat, so I'm kind of on high alert because I don't trust it.
You work here.
I don't care.
She's still warming up to that whole situation.
Like you'd be at ease if you had to go into venture
What
data.
is up with these stealth rolls? I got another 18 plus 8, 26.
Nat 20, Ananiah.
No.
18 or 16.
It's a 16, so it's a dirty 20.
It's a little bit rougher around here. I mean, you are a paladin to this temple.
Mm-hmm.
So, the difficulty, you did have an offhanded bonus, but not quite enough to make that difference. I'm practicing alchemy.
Fire! Sorry.
Then dilute it till it goes out.
Yeah.
Unless it was that last glass, which you had to fight with.
Well, that's because I 50-50'd it because I'm an asshole. And I wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel the pain of all that nothing inside.
So, how would I just like sneak up on the bird slowly? Kind of just pop up
You
there?
managed to weave yourself right behind the bird.
And I just stand there like, and why not? Pubes are fun to handle.
You actually do, because he's not trying to hide from you. You watch this whole thing go down and him sneak up behind this bird that just said that with a metal beak. Their feathers are actually looking far better than they ever had in their adult life at this point.
Does a 27 hit?
Probably.
Yes.
She about to
Cool.
fuck Ronan
I'm going
shit
for the
up.
throat with my beak.
Okay.
You don't need
I'm
to give me a
jumping clean out of
tracheotomy,
my skin.
goddamn.
And swinging around with the only weapon I brought with me at this particular juncture.
Your mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way this looks to you
Mouthpiece.
is like legit.
And eagles can move like that.
As he
What
sneaks
hey,
up,
what if I wanted to catch her before she hit him, like now children? What would I
And
do?
this would be a knee-jerk reaction. It's like punching somebody who spooked you from behind.
I'll be dead honest. I will let you, just because of how cool and entertaining and the bonding experience involved. If you can roll a 28 or better,
28?
roll a 27. I'm sorry, you got to roll higher to hit than her for your DC. That's what I'm basing it off of.
And what?
So your plus your.
What would I?
What are you trying to hit with?
Just trying to grab her, like no. You know, like you watch people like.
No!
Okay, what's your armor class right now?
My armor class right now is a 19.
Trying to do this with your bare hands, so that's a dex.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does hit your AC.
Cool, so you grab hold of me, but you ain't getting me to stop it.
Actually, contesting strength, check that for me.
Okay. What'd you roll?
14.
8.
8. Somehow, as you go around to bite, and by the way, Ronan, this comes about that far from your jugular. Just to be clear, there's this part of you that says, note to self, don't startle the bird. Apparently she's been through enough that she has an exact kill it reaction right now. You watch as Torrin
Does a
reaches
19
out
hit
at the
you?
last possible minute
Yes, it does.
and grabs the bird's beak and jerks. Before you get a chance to make an attack, I need you to make an acrobatics check to see whether or not you're thrown off balance.
I'm not trying to knock her down. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, but you're jerking something by the head, and where the head goes, the body follows. This is
I'm
simple.
not
That
jerking.
is an
It's more
18.
like this. You know, like
How does
there's-
18 sound?
it's more like I'm just like you know, like out of the corner of your eye, you see something and you catch it like a ball.
Nope!
I'm like no, and I'm like, and I thought I'm gonna do. I'm not trying to like jerk it. I'm just like,
Stop it.
we're in front of mom. I'm not trying to fight, you know, type of thing.
Mom likes bloodshed.
Yes, but we currently have a purpose for her.
Alright. 18 for my dexterity save.
Well, the good news is you keep
Or
your feet.
acrobatics check.
Yeah, you definitely keep your feet. It's only a 15
Cool.
for that.
Now, does a 19 hit?
It hits
Yes.
me, yes, it does.
Cool. That same beak is coming for the arm that just grabbed me. It's within the
Roll
same
for
seconds.
damage.
I haven't had enough time to.
That and you get 2 attacks per round.
Yeah.
I was
That
giving you a
is
reaction. to
7
it.
points of piercing damage.
But note to self, it was probably a bad idea to save his ass.
I'll take it. I'm like, I was like, you can kick his ass another time, but right now we have more pressing issues.
Oh, I wasn't gonna kick his ass. He scared me, so I turned to bite.
I know, I do. Believe me, I get it. Get a little, I get it.
Which is in line with base species personality.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like, just like no. I'm trying to get information, and you two are. He's being a dick,
Mhm.
scaring the shit out of you, and I'm trying to turn this into a full-blown brawl. So
And
I'm like,
technically that was like 3 seconds, so yeah, I would not have had time to associate that it was you before.
So basically, it really does come down to. Well, no, you've watched this whole thing go down. These are the people you're trying to sign on with.
I'm just gonna look at the priest and apologize.
There is, behind Ronan, about 10 feet back, a hooded, cloaked figure. You can't see much of them. They're keeping to themselves, kind of looking down. Probably looking a little bit uneasy as you are in the temple of the Mother of Chromatic Dragons. And she's infamously evil. No notoriety, just infamy. Like, she's past notorious.
I'm gonna
About four prime material planes of destruction ago.
I noticed her. I noticed her, but I'm trying to get the priest because she has a close where to get the.
And there is blood on the temple floor.
And that's why I walk up and I'm like, okay, guys, calm down.
You're the one that started this shit.
They're with me.
Wait.
Calm down.
I'm gonna look at him because I have her on this arm, like biting this hand. I'm like,
Oh no, I bit and release. It was a
no.
Fuck.
But at the same time, I'm
okay.
like, wait, in the middle of something. Because you still haven't told me where we get the nags here. I'm like, we're gonna.
Right. Thank you, by the way. Okay.
Now, if you don't let go, I'll bite you like I mean it.
Well,
I did when you let go, but I was like,
the priestess looks at anyway, continuing now that you're done mauling your friends.
I'm gonna
They
put mine.
shouldn't spook me.
They look over.
I'm just let the blood drip on the floor. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if it's causing a puddle.
You're not sure what it is, but something that kind of resembles a slug with an overly long tongue and spikes off of its back comes over and starts mopping up the puddle underneath.
There's blood on the temple floor.
Nags hair. What could
So,
see?
Nag's hair, yes. You know, distractions and such, they happen all the time around here. 4 orgasms ring. You're going to need to find that conclave that we were discussing. Well, let's see. The year before last, it was just outside of Evermist. This past year, it was in the northern deserts, about 100 miles from here. They should be due for the gnomish lands, this conclave, but those are... She glances over at you and smiles. Well, you know what happened to the gnome lands. So, I mean, that would be your best place to find that many hags. Though, considering the way that the ruin, or the gnomish crater as it's now called, exists, there are really only 3 or 4 ways in or out. You could always just post up at one and make quick work of any travelers.
Is there a way to for sure get a location that might be there?
Well, you could always catch a hag and torture it out of her.
All for the glory of Tiamat.
Sometimes the rainbow tastes you.
It came out of Kelora's mouth.
Is there any around here?
Hags around here. Well, not here. We don't tend to like them in our facilities. They make it very hard for...
Well, here in, I mean, I say here, I mean, in
In the city proper, no. In the desert, well... I haven't heard of any recently. The worms tend to eat them. I mean, you're relatively safe from their ilk here. You'd want something a bit more Fey-touched for them.
Honestly, if we went to Evermist and went into the Feywilds, we'd find them without even blinking.
Yes, but how will you deal with time?
Oh, that's an entirely different issue, isn't it?
I mean, you could go through and come out and it'd be 50 years ago. You could go in and you could come out and it could be 50 or 500 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
A fat lot of good your whatever you're doing would be at that
Kelora,
point.
don't you know someone from the Feywild that could help us?
Look, the last time he saw me, I was actively committing war crimes against humans.
No, that was right after he left.
He left right after the war crimes were committed.
Because he didn't commit the war
No,
crimes.
but he got
himself.
rumors. He got rumors.
He heard rumors because he left right as the war crimes were happening.
Yeah, last time he saw me, I was in the middle of getting ready to commit some war crimes.
How long ago was that?
A month tops.
Actually, about 3 months ago.
Okay, like 3 months ago? And murdered a bunch of humans and tortured a bunch of prisoners?
So right before I showed
What
up.
would be the odds that this what we're gonna rob would have it?
It would have that much night hag hair.
What has something that Tiamat requested us to get and destroy? There's a weird random egg that you want. If there's this many unique items in this wall, what are the chances that they might have really hard to get magical items for incantations, potions, and etc.?
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not hard to get night hag's hair. You only normally need 4 to 5 strands for a spell component. The problem is that you're asking for 3 pounds of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how big of a bag 3 pounds is?
Of hair?
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, you're talking like the size of a person.
Torn's a dwarf, right?
Dragonborn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Torn's dragonborn, but the dwarf was... Too many characters.
Right?
No such thing.
Right.
Never.
Alright, so I will.
I didn't bring it in from the car.
Alright, so do you have any, as far as the robbing goes, do you have anything or anything that would help us make this more successful?
Well, she looks at you, and then she looks at Ronan, and then she looks at this crowd. By the way, how tall are you?
About 5'4".
It's like 5'4" individual in robes behind Ronan, and goes, "It seems your friends brought something incredibly." Referring to you as an object, by the way, you are a something, not a someone to this person.
Ah.
It looks like he's found something useful to getting the job done.
I'm gonna turn around and I have been all over the place. So, sure. Perception to see if I notice anything that would let me know in my travels that I would recognize.
Okay, I've got a question that I need you to write the answer quietly so nobody else hears it down for you. I need to know exactly how much of your bestial form would be showing at this exact point.
Having
When
calmed
you're
down a
robes.
bit, I do kind of like pick up
Just
your arm
write
and
some
look at
up.
the
Just give me a
slashing
percentage.
damage. And
And
while I'm looking at it, the edges of it just kind of start to glow a little bit, and it closes up as I unknowingly, just while speaking in like, oh wow, cast Cure Wounds, and more than 7 points of healing is done.
yeah, you're
Do I get to keep the scar though? It just
Yeah,
doesn't-
if you want
If you
to.
choose to, you can keep Scar.
I'll keep the big scar.
Cool.
Rock on. Okay, so I need you to go
Kelora
ahead
is
and
looking at you, I'm
roll.
confused now.
Are you actively trying to investigate this person optically, or are you just trying to do a passing glance over?
Well, since the priest I talked about, I'm gonna pay more attention. Like I noticed her, I noticed it,
So
but I have but now that she's mentioned her,
yeah,
brought
you're wearing big billowy robes. There's not a he should. They can't tell gender
They-
under that.
They.
They, it, whatever. Could be a golem under there.
What would I need to roll? Investigation.
Roll investigation. I'll give you advantage because of where you're at. What percentage is showing? And you need to run out to the car.
You said investigation. $22. No proficient.
Perfect. Okay. So, looking this individual over, you would notice that their hands are clawed and slightly furry, but not like fearbulg or like that kind of furry where it's a like heavy, thick fur, but more like the finer fur. But beyond that, very human. There is a slight bit of a every now and then as they look around the temple because of the way that the candelabras and chandeliers are meant to give us that erotic mood lighting. You see a bit of that a moon shimmer to their eyes, but beyond that, there's very little.
But with my history and knowledge, because I've been tracking monsters,
You would know that there's.
I would recognize it. Like I probably haven't seen it in person, but I've probably seen it in a book. So I would know it.
You would understand that this person had some kind of lycanthropic background. Like,
Curse or something.
not necessarily a curse. This looks more natural, but the ability to change their shape and adopt others.
Okay.
Mainly one particular set of bestial traits would be what the actual of it is. You just know that, but they're not really that common. I mean, this is what happens when a lycanthrope and out of character. This is what would happen when a lycanthrope and a human have a child. And they pick up some of the traits.
They're half-breed.
Yeah, half werewolf, werebear, whatever, half human. Or elf or whatever.
Okay.
So, quite literally, a shifter is not quite a werewolf, but they halfway register.
They're aware, and just not full.
They're in control.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn back to the priest and yeah, but that's not what I asked. Is there anything you would have that would help us be more successful, or willing, or are willing to aid us with?
Well, you see,
I feel like you want this egg very bad.
of course I do. The mistress demands it.
I know.
So, let's see. Help you into a vault with locks. I know. You do know the easiest way to open a door, right?
With a key.
No, there's one way that's easier. She reaches into her scroll, as you say, with a bomb. And she smiles as a simply knock.
What is she? What am I getting handed?
You're being handed a scroll of knock at level 9. One time and one time only, using this and knocking on same said surface will open door. End of story. Is a level 9 scroll of knock.
Okay.
Bethel?
Thank you very much for this. If there's nothing else, I will be back with your item here shortly.
How shortly? Like shortly your height, shortly their height,
It's in the next 3 days.
or shortly so gnome dick shortly, got it.
I mean, damn, but yeah.
Just don't be cubic about it like they are, won't you, dear?
Alright, I'm just swinging what I'm
Standing critical roll joke.
swinging. I mean, I know, just swinging what I'm swinging. So.
You can blame Scanlan Shorthalt for all gnomes having cubic penises.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna make my I'm gonna graciously leave the priest to thank you for your time and turn around. Do we have any other leads we get in here? Because it's probably how to get in
The
here.
4 of you are there. You're standing in the Temple of Tiamat, by the way. You've been looked over enough, and they've agreed that yes, you are definitely going to be useful. How you feeling alright? Okay.
Now he's gonna turn around and be like, "You came back with a friend."
They asked me if we needed help, and I thought they might be useful. I haven't figured out much about them.
Don't even know a name.
Brief interaction, but they're good at making things like bombs and tools and spells and their magic.
How much did you say you weigh?
132 pounds.
Cool, I'm not wearing any armor. I don't have my pack on me. I'm gonna take flight and grab hold.
Okay, so
Just
roll
the
the
way I
hit.
did with Viridia.
Roll the hit.
What's your AC?
Yeah.
15.
Would you call that a talons or an unarmed?
You're not trying to hurt her.
Are you trying to grab her with your arms or with your talons?
The talons. Okay. That comes up to 25.
I will allow you to call it to be subdual damage.
Yeah, I don't want to deal damage.
Okay, so roll damage, because that definitely hits.
That is a 6 plus a 5, so a total of 11 points.
Okay, so you get jerked and yanked upwards. This hurts. You feel your shoulders pop from it. How high up are you going? You got a maximum of what on your fly speed?
80, but I'm only going like 10 feet up, so that if she does release herself, which I'm hoping she will, because I just want to see reaction speed. We have one rogue that doesn't rogue. I want to know that the new person does the new person thing.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you an honest-to-God question, because with those particular parameters and the way that you are, you could still technically use semantic components, so you can use gestures and things like that. Your vocal, and you can still reach your spell components pouch, not to mention your toys. So I'm just going to put this out there. As this bird grabs you, jerks you up, pops your shoulder in and out of the socket, this shit hurts, but subdual damage, so you know, does not cause bleeding or anything like that. They're not trying to physically inflict something that can kill you.
Yeah.
If you hit 0 on subdual, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
gonna
being
bruise
zapped
you.
in the back of the head. It hurts.
But I actually have the lay on hands pool and another cure wound slot, so I can fix it once I'm done seeing what your reaction speed is. The Kelora is deeply
As
paranoid
she jerks
now.
you up off the ground, what do you do? By the way, you're welcome to do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. You
I
were
can
just
take it.
openly attacked as far as you're concerned. What you won't do.
That's your
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm hoping for.
I know. I encourage inter-party conflict. Makes for a good story.
So
Yeah,
what
I'm
do you
gonna
want to do?
heal him up and then buy him a
So
beer.
pretty much don't get the reaction.
No, this isn't even a reaction. I'm going to let you tell, because there wouldn't be a time to react for that kind of a surprise attack.
Yeah.
This was a, hi, meet my friends. Yoink! Is what this looks like to you.
So this is the straight
You've
action.
seen me do this before, Ronan.
It's your turn. Because this is going to bounce back and forth
Ronan,
at this point.
You've seen me do this before when testing the metal of somebody.
So what do you want to do?
Yeah, what do you want to do? You're allowed to react to this.
At the
What-
bare minimum, you know I'm
Anything
not
that
gonna hurt her.
your character is capable of, you're allowed to do. I give 0 fucks. That's your stupidity for doing it.
That's what I'm after. I want to know the new person does new person useful things.
If the bird jerked you up like that, I'm pretty sure they'd be fucked.
I'm not little though.
They could still lift you. Trust me, I know what their strength score is.
Well, yeah, no, but I would take a little.
No,
bit
I
of-
got
I'm
to
not-
see his reaction time before I got the chance to yoink him.
Right? So,
Yeah, no, I
what you
think
want to do,
about-
hon?
I was locked in a cage when we met.
Play this game.
I'm gonna do my.
You can pull one of your firearms off and just like wing her. Or you can
No,
put
I'm
your.
gonna hit her with my firebolt. My cantrip.
Alright.
Level 9 firebolt. What's the damage on a firebolt at level 9?
It
Let
would
me
be,
look
it'd
that
be
up.
By the way,
cantrip-
your spell focuses or whatever
it wouldn't be
your
a
tool that you
9th
picked
level
was.
firebolt. It would be a cantrip level firebolt.
Yes, but cantrips go up by level.
Yeah, so it'd be what their spellcasting level is.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
like how many
that
like
makes sense.
Yeah, it's the how many d10s is that firebolt?
And
Because
that's-
it's not dullable.
firebolt is
That's in the back, right?
yeah.
You're
Fine.
Rolling the Constitution save.
Firestorm.
No.
There is no con save for
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Firebolt
No,
is
There's a
1d10
con
fire
save for
damage.
holding.
Oh yeah, for
Do I have
that.
to roll?
But I'm not
Hold on,
going
what
high
level
enough
are
for the
you
proc is
casting
gonna
it
hurt
at?
her.
Oh,
Your
no,
level-
you
your-
need to roll that at
Level nine.
disadvantage. You still do have a
So
phobia.
at 5th level or 11th level is when it goes up.
Okay.
So at 5th level you get 2d10.
Do I have to roll?
So you have
Roll
to
the
roll.
hit. So give me a d20. It goes off of your spellcasting modifier.
So
You
roll a
being
d20.
Artificer level 9.
What's your spell casting?
It's based off
bonus?
intelligence plus 8, or it's intelligence plus proficiency.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think so. So what was your
Okay,
roll
artificers
be?
are an intelligence caster, so it's
It's
the
14.
intelligence bonus.
So it's intelligence modifier plus proficiency, right?
Correct.
So plus 5 plus 4, so plus 9, so 14 plus 9, 23.
That zaps the bird.
Yeah, but I rolled an 8 on the con save to keep hold of you, so you drop 10 feet.
You drop 10 feet. You, on the other hand, are actually kind of frazzled because you scooped in backs and their reaction was burn its face.
On
By the way, roll
flight,
damage for me. I had 2d10.
On the flight down, I meet you face to face and go, I like this one. Nice reaction speed.
Gotta get the 2d10.
Are they at the bottom?
1. You need a 2d10?
I have them somewhere. Oh wait, there's one.
That's a d10.
Here's one. So roll those two.
Ignore the zeros on the flashy one.
8 plus 6 is 13.
14.
14?
So you take 14 points of fire damage directly to your face and are kind of shaken by the whole thing in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, you don't freak out like you used to about that. No, it was bad. Kelora actually is afraid of fire.
Slowly recovering from the deep phobia.
Yeah,
Slowly.
you had no choice. I'm evil.
But yeah, my response is to land and compliment. I like your reaction speed.
I'm like, that was Kelora.
I need you to make an acrobatics check. By the way, you are dropping 10 feet.
So d20.
Just don't
whatever
fail.
one you want.
Yeah.
You knew you were gonna drop, so I'll even give you advantage on it. So roll another one.
So roll 2.
Okay. Fine.
Yep.
Take the highest.
They're both, no, 8 plus acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9. So on a 9, it's a little bit of a torque to the ankle as they land. You would end up wincing a bit. You'd hear the, but the smell of burning feathers wafting through your nose makes that twisted ankle totally worth it for some motherfucker picking you up like that.
Now,
He's got hoisted by your shoulders.
Oh man.
I do come up
Up
on
under
you.
the armpits with talons, man. Not
I
cool.
do come up on you once you land. This time, not nearly as aggressively. In fact, the exact opposite. Alright, so you as I reach out and shake hands, you regain 15 hit points.
So you no longer have any damage.
So
Back to full.
just erase where it says temporary hit point.
And as you were saying, that's Kelora.
That's Kelora.
It's in the book.
I'm Torin.
15?
You met
Yeah, but you can only go back to your max hit points, so you gain all 11 back.
you met Ronan because you followed him here.
Well, kind of. We never formally got introduced. They just told me it was kind of like a job app interview. They told me what they wanted, what they could do. I kind of thought they might be useful, so I brought them back to you guys. I didn't even ask their name yet.
Well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I introduced Kelora. I'm Torin. You met Ronan. You followed him here. In her, when she's fine, is there anything that reveals to me what she is?
you would see a very human face. The eyes look almost feline as she's falling. What kind of lycanthropy was your heritage? Feline, canine, ursine like a bear, what? No, your choice. There's no, it's not in the character sheet, it's all flavor.
Basically, pick an animal and just like.
You gave me a percentage of what would be showing, so I can actually work with that. So come on, help me out here.
You could be a honey badger for all you can.
They don't give a fuck.
Badgers are fucking mean, man.
Honey badgers are the shit.
Honey badgers don't give a fuck.
That's why I like them. They like me anymore.
They don't fuck with an alligator.
That's
Fucking
what I'm
honey
saying.
badger.
They're fucking mean. dude.
What?
Say what now?
She's going with the honey badger.
All right,
They'll
so what
fuck
you see,
anything up. They
very
don't care.
pretty gold-colored eyes, not quite woven, but very much the round pupil versus like feline, and the hands would be the other thing you would have noticed as she like braced herself landing. While the fur is a very, very fine light color like what a honey badger is, where it's that dark brown with the pretty honey undertones. It's very fine on you because you're basically human for the most part. It's just a side effect of who you is. So underneath of it, you can see she looks very human but slightly fuzzy, almost like a velvet of a dark honey mahogany. The thing that really throws you though, by the way, add 1d4 claw attack to your character sheet, is that on the end of honey badger,
So,
on the end of each
claw-
fingertip,
the claw attack at 1d4.
you see what looks like a
So just
claw.
attack.
Like the fingers do this weird thing where they actually get slightly larger towards the tip while still, and our fingers look
Right.
larger than they should be for somebody human. Like a round claw off of each finger, yay round at the biggest part, so stable claw, not some fucked up shit that's gonna snap the first time you try to scratch a bitch.
Sweet.
Is that you get into a cat fight, somebody gonna bleed like a sieve. Each one of these is 1d4 plus your strength.
But as he's falling, and I'm assuming gravity and weight and dynamics work, their cloak is going to go up. Is
Yes.
anything revealed to let me know capabilities or what I'm looking at?
Underneath, you would see what looks like some artisan's tools strapped to a belt. Probably, what was your preferred? Like, when you picked your artisan tool, what is your chosen artisan tool currently? Was it like woodworking? Was it tinkering? Was it tailoring?
I'll check your character sheet.
As to say, it'd be on the character sheet that you sent in.
Okay.
We're all
Because I
looking
keep
for-
track of all that.
That's charged enough.
Because it's not my job to.
Yeah, I just keep extra track because it's easy to lose track of
Okay, if
things.
you guys want to police yourselves on that stuff, I appreciate it personally as a DM because to be perfectly honest, do you have any idea how many people I have to make up in a week? Because of y'all motherfuckers? It's your fault.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay, and your proficiencies, you got alchemists, brewers, calligraphers, thieves, tinkerers, and weavers.
Okay, so the one thing that you would actually notice is multiple pouches. Each of them looking to have an embroidered in common labeling that say things like bits and bobs. They have pouches for, and there's some chisels, there's some micro screwdrivers on miscellaneous belts and things like that where they're easily accessed. And it looks like they are some sort of a craftsman, is what you would notice.
And it is listed that they have alchemist supplies, brewer's supplies, calligrapher's supplies, tinker's tools,
And a bag of holding.
belt pouch,
Yeah.
including a letter of introduction from your guild.
Oh yeah, they're a guild member in standing. But that letter of introduction would be from the Thieves Guild at this point. So you do have a letter of introduction. I do know what that says. The easiest way to introduce yourself to your new cohorts, conspirators, employers, however you're choosing to look at them as an individual. Because here's an interesting fact. In this world, these, which is beautiful, has not happened at this point. Which means, guess what? You're just Joe Nobody on the street with a fucking letter of introduction and hoping to get this job because it sounds like they're gonna pay you good. So, what you gonna do? This is on you. You're
Design
interacting
and do
with them.
somebody, and I'm like, and you are?
What's your name?
I am Cora. You can call me Cora.
Okay. Well, you clearly have an inkling of what we are up to. If you would not have asked him to join us. We pretty much have. Well, I think the only thing we haven't done is do an observation on the bank, right? We require what we need to break in, basically. We have the.
You still need to case the joint. You're gonna have to figure out exactly what the guard rotations are.
So that, but other than that, we are good to rob this place. We just need to do that.
Well,
You need to actually come up with a plan on how to rob this place still.
I have some information, and we have to go to the guard district to a tavern called the Flaming Boar.
Kelora, go ahead and give me a quick insight check because this trigger is based off of Boulder's Gate mechanics.
And what was that?
Insight.
That's an 18 flat.
Okay, so you hear the Flaming Boar, and you're going here for information. You know for a fact that's basically the the city guard garrison's bar.
Why are we going to the garrison's bar for information?
I was told we have to meet up with someone named Nip.
Did you write it down?
He did, yes.
Who was in the scene?
Those two.
I know.
So whose job is it technically to write it down?
I know.
We're
And
not
I
in the
remember
ninth grade
most-
now. We can't have nerds making our notes for us. We are the nerds.
It's okay, Thomas and I'll be
So
your
what?
nerds.
Captain Naples.
Naples. So we have to go there and meet Captain Naples. I was told he would have the information we need or the way to procure the blueprints.
And you got this information from
Any outer character questions
What
regarding your character?
I
regarding
went
Captain
to
Naples?
one of my
This
sources
is
that was
Captain
very
Naples.
reliable.
It's Nate.
I
Napes.
gave him
Because you made the comment not to call him Napies.
Napes, whatever.
Yeah, because of the way it's
I
spelled.
want to save you from the trouble walking up and going, "Hi, Captain Naples."
whatever. It was.
Napes. Anyways, we have to go meet up with Captain Napes at that bar, and I was told he would have what we need.
Was he given a specific time?
No, he
And
was just given a name.
and I was told we all needed to be present.
Fine.
I'm looking for. What do you think? Are we bringing the green
Fine.
bean? You bringing the green bean with us?
I mean, we sold our souls to the dragon goddess of evil for you.
You actually hear this openly. You actually, standing in the temple of Tiamat, you watch as 6 or 7 priests and priestesses all look at you with awe and affection. And you hear them say, "We sold our souls to the dragon goddess of evil for you." And suddenly you realize that for some strange reason, every last person that you're hanging out with right now is owned by Tiamat. All 3 of them.
Bird.
Say what?
That bloody bird.
I go off wizard spells, right?
Well,
That's
to
like
be
the
fair,
I
did
can
heal you
odd
after I
thing
broke
she
you.
said since I walked into
Technically,
this
yes.
temple.
For my spell book, like if I wanted to go through and change some of my spells from my spell book and stuff that I'm doing, like while we're on our way to do.
I'm
what
just
we
going to
need do.
go over to the tavern
You have
and
to
get my
actually
armor.
study and research them like a wizard. Right now, what you have is what you have.
Okay.
That takes time, effort, and moolah.
We do need to stop by the tavern so I can pick up my armor.
Okay, well, we're gonna. You're more than welcome to join us, Cora. We're going to.
And as
see-
long as I have only have my great axe, as long as I actually stow my chest and whatnot at the tavern, I can fly with my adamantine armor on. It's just I have to be bare bones weapons and armor. Adamantine armor, plate armor only weighs 65 pounds. I just have to be picky about what's on my person. I did the homework.
I know. I can tell. That's why I'm just telling you, because until you do your homework.
Alright, so we're gonna head back so Kelora can pick up her. She can follow us if she wants. I already invited her. We're gonna head back so Kelora can pick up armor as she requested. And then we're gonna make way for the Flaming Boar.
Alright, so you're about to go into a guard district. You've worked in the with these guys. Are you going to follow them to the tavern to go pick up Kelora's armor?
I will follow that.
Or do you want to meet them at the Flaming Boar, which you would know to be the primary hangout for the city guard?
Hey Chris,
You're
what's
from here.
Ronan's bonus to deception?
No, I'm gonna follow
Fuck going over there by yourself? You've been in the black market
Deception's
district for long enough that your
charisma.
face comes out from under that hood. They
Are you
might
proficient?
recognize you.
Yeah, so it's a +6.
them. Don't have to be more ass than I already
But
have
it's
to.
+2
By
and
the
then
way,
my proficiency's +4.
On your
Okay.
character,
Mine's a
just in the,
+3.
like background notes and stuff.
Yeah, I got
On the way
+6.
back to the tavern,
Known
I'm going to
for
be telling you that we
making,
need
like,
to,
has a
since we're going to be
reputation
asking for those blueprints,
not caring who
what we
or
should be
clientele.
asking them for,
Neutrality
when we're
gives you
asked
that
why,
option.
we should say that we've
Thus,
been hired
open
on
black market,
to
that
guard
nature,
that
give you a way to develop an
particular
actual
Yeah,
character.
we're new
bank.
hires.
Versus
We're
just
new
the
hires
numbers on
guarding the
page.
bank from a
Guarding the bank.
specific,
I like the fact that you
like,
have
they've
choices.
heard rumor that somebody's
Yeah,
going to try
you
to hit the
can
bank,
be
and we've been
you.
hired on to cover the weak
If
points.
you were
Pretty
doing this
much
job, this
Basically
person
be
with
like
this background.
undercover cops. Like
Yeah,
those
right.
cops.
We're pretty much
Think
like
about it as if
all
this isn't just
hired
punch
as
numbers
new
on a
security
page.
guards, but we're
This
more
is a
than
person that you
Yeah.
have every
Yeah, but like
say in
more like
how they
plainclothes,
play
like,
out
we
the
don't wear
story, just
uniform.
like with
Yeah,
the memo.
yeah, we're just like
And just like if you were playing,
Yeah, I got
played
you.
Cyberpunk, right?
No, I haven't.
Played any RPGs? Just like when you get the
Played
choices
a lot
there.
of Skyrim.
Okay, just like, okay, we'll go with that. Just like with Skyrim, you can make any fracking choice. The difference is, unlike with Skyrim, my NPCs react in real time and aren't programmed. Yo,
You empower.
While we
I know.
are, since we narrated
mean,
me
good
taking
DM,
the
so-
time to get my like house items and bring them over to my hotel room,
yes.
I am going to take out the 4 Castaran City Guard badges that I had from my parents and hand them out.
Okay.
As an option. It's like, I have these. They might help with us using the excuse that we're new hires.
and don't forget
Special hires. Special
even,
hires.
Yep.
even if we need to
You have
take
to
out
spell disguise
one
self.
person,
Do you have a disguise kit? Ronan, you're good. You look however you want, whenever you want.
That's
you
what
could
I'm
actually
saying.
look like a guard if
that's
if
what
you're
I'm
on
saying.
duty.
If we knock down
And
a
an
certain
Aarakocra
guard,
guard is not a rare thing.
that's what I'm saying. If we knock out a certain guard, I can take over their appearance and say that that you guys are my new recruits
Let's leave that
and
as
that I'm training you.
let's leave that as plan B. Let's talk to the man first before we give him too much information about ourselves. To be fair.
Smart.
One of those badges would be a captain's badge.
Well, you probably hold on to that one then.
No. Because I can't disguise myself as a captain.
Well, who'd you hand that to then?
I would have handed that to our changeling.
Probably the only person that can change it to whatever the fuck they want.
Alright, I just want to make
Within
sure.
reason, it has to be medium or small.
Right. I can't turn into like a 10-foot tall giant or some shit like that.
I mean, Kelora's dad was captain of the local of like that neighborhood
Do you have a
guard.
name or code
20
word
years
for
ago.
Your contact that we can use to say, hey, this is who sent us, so we don't get like met with immediate hostility? Like a
Well, that would be up to the DM because it'd have to be the name of whatever guard I take over.
no, not like that.
Or
No, the one that referred us to go talk to this guy. Is there like a name, alias, whatever we would use to say so and so sent us? So we're not just walking into the guards thing like, hey.
Well, the fact of the matter is that they are a captain to the guard.
So just say the captain sent us. And then if
Oh.
they go and ask, they look for the closest captain, which would be me.
Okay. Well, then who's walking up and doing the talking to the guy we're supposed to be?
Well, as you all get there,
Disguise self.
Yeah, did you pick that as a spell?
I'm
I
gonna
have
walk
it as
into
one of
the.
my
I'm gonna
spells.
walk into the bar.
if you do that, you've got a shot. Okay?
Okay.
If you don't do that, you are infamous. We're talking about a level 9 or artificer that's been working in the black market.
Alright, well, I'm
There's a
Alright.
level of wanted on this
It's only almost
person.
8:30.
What?
It's only almost 8:30.
8:30? No, it's 6 o'clock.
What?
6 o'clock.
It's 6:03.
It is
So
6:30.
as we walk into
Okay,
the bar,
that's my white neighbors, not my Latino neighbors. They wait till midnight.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a little, but that's
No,
the
like
way
legit, that's how it works out.
I think I live there. I'm gonna walk up to the bartender, pull out a gold coin,
Sorry, I was looking
slide
at
it
the
across
screenshot.
to him, and say I'm looking for Captain Nate.
That was last night.
Nay, say. Well, ain't been in this afternoon yet. What's the business?
Mutual friend has asked me to meet him.
Right, you got your friend's name. And this guy seemed like, go ahead and roll it. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception?
Which would be the box underneath all of your stats that says perception is wisdom next to it.
Would I?
11?
Would I?
I'd be really recognizable as Captain
Wait,
Mace.
that goes off. That goes off your your wisdom, right? 13.
Not anymore.
It's a 13 because I just increased my wisdom with my last roll.
Oh yeah.
Your face has been mutilated, hon. You've been scored by a dark god.
I'm just
You
trying
don't
to
look like you anymore.
It's-
Oh yeah, and you're not
For
actually.
it says passive, but for the passive percent, isn't it 10 plus your wisdom modifier?
Correct.
So it's not the big number.
Oh, it's
the little
11.
number. So that'd be 10 plus whatever your.
So 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer at that point is no.
So
No.
would they know what my informant looks like? The guy that I talked to and got all the information from?
No.
They wouldn't know who he is?
You didn't know the name.
I wouldn't need a name. I just need to know what he looks like. Because if I know what he looks like and they know who he is, all I have to do is change into him and say that I sent them.
You would know who they were. You would be able to mimic all their mannerisms to within a micron because you were around them for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's
Those
I
are
only
the
need-
actual parameters
No,
behind
it's
the
only a
shape.
minute now. I just have to be around him for a minute.
Yeah, but after 5 minutes, you can mimic them perfectly, not just basically surface it.
Yeah.
So, as a result, technically, if Ronan's not standing right next to you while you're answering these questions and turn into same said person, then yes, technically you could walk up and pull that with an advantage performance roll.
Okay.
But if they don't know who he is, there's no point in that.
Well, other than the fact that it was somebody who you sure. Well, I don't know. Go ahead and make your. You figure out how you guys want to do this. I'm not going to stop anybody from doing anything. What you doing while they're doing this?
Yeah.
So what does the bartender
Did
do?
you
to-
even take the guards thingy? Are you trying to make yourself look different, or are you going to come in wearing your cloak?
Make myself look different.
How? What do you look like?
Oh boy, I'm trying to think.
Sky's the limit as long as it's a humanoid of some sort. The sky's self has limits.
By the way, my dad's involvement in the city guard is not part of my traumatic backstory. He retired happily.
Well, that's lovely. The fact of the matter is, while your dad may have retired happily, you look nothing like the little girl that left.
Probably not.
Let's
Would you be able to use your father's name to get us in the door?
I probably.
Out of character.
I probably could because he wasn't like.
You could ask these questions in character, right?
I wouldn't know about her dad, so this is not a character.
Oh no, this would be something I would have talked about around the campfire.
Okay.
Going down to the station with my dad.
Did your dad have a partner?
He did, but it's not in the journals that I've written yet. I haven't named him.
Well, that's beside the point. But if you had a partner,
Okay.
Is
No, I'll run with it.
Thank you.
Is he still serving?
No, him and my mom worked together, and they retired before I was 7 when the fire happened.
So
They're both dead.
was your mom your dad's partner?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, John just gave me the. Alright, cool, I'll run with it.
Shit.
I'm gonna disguise myself to look like a human fighter.
Okay, so just your average human merc? Cool.
Yep.
So, before you all stepped into the bar, you watched as this person changed everything about themselves, and all of a sudden they look like a human fighter, wearing armor that strangely mimics yours without being equipped for wings.
That's fine.
You're not sure if it's real or not.
It's
What color
one
hair?
sec.
What color eyes? French, German, Celtic? What kind of facial features on a base trait?
Celtic.
Some more
And
Celtoid
black
facial features.
hair.
Black hair, eye color?
Green.
Thank you.
On a 23 perception check?
On a scale of 1 to I don't want to draw attention because I'm a 10, how hot are they?
6.
Thank you. Smart player. You win the score today. By the way, get a point of inspiration for saying 6 versus 10. Biting the bullet on the ego in order to do the smart thing gets you inspiration in my world.
And then
The
Just
you'll
one.
have to, yeah,
bargain
you
is
get
at the
one
end of the
inspiration.
Well, then Kelora should get inspiration for loudly declaring selling her soul on behalf to Tiamat on behalf of a party member.
That's why that actually went so smoothly on the whole game, on that whole intercount. Seriously.
Then you're gonna have to
I dropped all the difficulties by 5 for that.
That's
Right?
Openly admitting you sold your soul to an evil god will make that evil god bless all of your actions for a few minutes.
when does he usually show up?
When does he show up? Oh, well, after his shift normally.
Do the
They
cap-
look around trying to. Would you happen to know the time? Does any one of you carry a watch as a character?
I'm a cartographer. I carry a pocket watch.
I would.
You're a ranger. You'd be more apt to look at the sun and try and guess.
Yeah.
Or
I was
make
a
yourself a
highway-
sundial in the woods if you really needed
Well, I
to.
just came in from outside, so I would have a
I
general.
probably have some kind of pocket watch because I was a high rank nobleman and being on time was essential for my business.
No, it wasn't. You were in charge.
But I was an assassin. If I missed my target's window of opportunity, I was screwed. I had to be on time for all my assassinations.
Fair. So
So I would probably have some kind of watch to be able to time things out the way.
it would be roughly about
Okay, Bucky.
2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon by everybody's perspective. When you take a consensus based on your own ways of gauging time among you.
Here you go. What time did captains get off their shift when I was a kid?
Shifts rotate. 9 to 5.
It'd be a morning and swinging a midnight shift.
Yeah, 9 to 5,
Yep.
5 to 11.
Rotating 8-hour shifts. Oh, well, I'm sorry, no, because of where you are. There are 4 rotating 9-hour shifts because you're on a 36-hour day.
So it would be right about now that the first shift would be coming off.
Looks like it works second shift.
Ah! Okay.
So that'll be about 2 in the morning.
Sorry.
You're good. It's just I just washed my hair and it gets all wispy, and that was like. Look, I don't need the octopussy phaser gun hitting me in the face. Okay.
Alright, so.
Close for comfort.
They'll be getting here in several hours.
Yeah, it will be about 8 to 9 hours before they show up. By your best estimate, 7. Most captains tend to shirk their duties at the end of a shift.
Does anybody want to wait here while?
Do I recognize this person? I would have come here with my parents for dinner at least once.
How old were you?
7.
It was 7 years ago.
So
7 years ago.
Kelora's only 14.
How many blows to the head have you taken?
Not a whole lot that I didn't withstand without.
Cora's only 32.
well, that explains a lot for Big Dumb Bird. Also prepubescent.
No,
No.
actually, by Eric Cocker
That's just
standards,
a
I'm an adult. Fully fledged.
Oh shit.
Eric Cocker fledged at 12.
Yeah, so she's actually 2 years into adulthood and technically an adult. But if you're into that lolly thing, yeah, they're 14, but you sick fucks.
I am the human equivalent of like 2023.
Thank you. So, the answer is you've grown up quite a bit.
I'm asking if I'd recognize her.
Bartender?
Not if she'd recognize me. I have realized now that I look quite a bit different than I did a few years ago.
The answer is no. You had a 25% chance there's 4 shifts, and your parents never would have taken you in for the early shift. So, I think is basically how this is working out.
So
Okay.
you've been there like dinner time.
You would have made it occasionally for a late lunch, so 3rd shift or 4th shift would have been when you saw people. So nobody you know here.
Alright.
We're judging by that time.
Just judging, I'm just literally feeling out the environs to see if, since my dad had a good name, if I could be like, do you remember my dad? Because I do have my own stuff I'm investigating.
Yeah, that's true. You are doing things outside of your own, like what the main story arc is. See, each of you are welcome to your own character arcs and what you want to research about your character's backgrounds based on what you've given me. Because I let my imagination run all kinds of buck wild on that shit.
Mm-hmm. These would be people I could talk to about potentially figuring out some answers to the fire.
Possibly. It's possible. You can certainly try.
But there's nobody here that I currently recognize, so I'm going to ask if they have a room upstairs.
Oh. No, just, well, what kind of room?
Just a simple bed, dressing area, place for a chest.
Place for a bang or a place to sleep?
Sleep.
Ain't got none of them left, sorry.
It's fine. Just used to come here as a kid.
No, they look at you and go, the smell of you, you've got someplace with some fine scents to sleep.
I'd rather move. It's not homey.
Don't you have your own place?
I do, but I don't go there. My homes tend to burn down.
Also, your place here in town would still be occupied by relatives who would not know how to deal with what's currently going on. Just a heads up.
Yeah,
You just busted out.
I stopped in long enough to grab the chest of my belongings and take it to my hotel room.
You busted and be like a bag bitches are planning a heist. Who's in?
Did I not clarify loudly enough that I come from a police family?
That's
And
why
have
it'd be
committed war
funny.
crimes. Good on you.
That's why it'd be funny. You're like, you will not believe the shit that I have been through, and I need some help.
Nope.
They're not that kind of family.
Yeah, no.
That'd be the funny part.
My dad was a lawful good man. No thanks.
They're quite concerned about you, actually.
I turned up long and I literally unlocked the door, walked in, grabbed my chest, said, hiya, baya, covered in blood, fucking burning sigil of Tiamat clearly visible on my chest, stormed out with my belongings, did not stay to talk.
Last thing you heard as you were walking out the doors, well, with that mark on her, I'm glad the bitch is leaving.
Uh-huh.
Hope she doesn't use my name while she's in town.
Since we have to wait for him to get off shift,
What you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go. If someone's gotta wait here for him, we want to wait and come back,
You hear
I'm
the
gonna set my house
bartender
on fire.
pipe up. Yeah, you might not want to wait. Once he gets off his shift, he'll be here for a good 5-6 hours. So come here around the 19th or 20th hour of the day. Stick around until about the 26th at the latest, and
Hey,
you're bound to run into his loud mouth.
You want to help me with a offering to our generous patron?
Who are you talking to?
You need to pay attention to this.
My
You're
party.
And that's important for your health.
What do you need us to do?
Cue me when to run.
From?
I'll burn down my house.
Why?
I don't care. Let's do it.
Because there only needs to be one Mace Wind in town.
Okay, so why don't I just do some
And we're
road
getting ready
stuff?
to ask our god for an awfully big favor.
Wait, so you're going to your family's?
The house you just got her shift.
Okay, I need you to do something really solid for me. N-E. N, capital N, capital E. You understand. You did it. No, not C-N.
Oh, sorry.
N-E.
Yeah, no. This is a, you know what, fuck it. Fuck
No,
it.
you
I'm
have
in.
just skipped to. No, you guys are good. You're being talked to and helping out a friend. This motherfucker just decided to go straight neutral evil out of nowhere. So, I'm whomping you in the head. The only reason you aren't getting the oath breaker out of it
I haven't taken
is
it out
because.
yet.
No, it's because you're fucking devout of Tiamat.
Oh no, I'm carving her sigil into the ground and asking her to accept them as an offering.
You're gonna.
Are you sure that's
Your
not
own family.
chaotic
Bless
evil?
my upcoming vengeance.
No, it's neutral. It's neutral because it's not only benefiting itself, it's benefiting others. Congratulations, you kept it from being chaotic. guys.
Oh no, I'm
How
going to be
about
asking
this?
Tiamat to bless our heist, and
How
the
about you just-
offering I'm making on behalf is
How
this
about we
family
just-
that's rejected me.
Instead of you burning it down, how about we just stand back? I go into stealth mode and I cast one of my
No.
fire bolts,
No.
and I get my.
No.
They get disadvantage for their saving.
No,
There's no saving throw on a firebolt. It's armor class.
This is her. This is her. We're gonna let her do her thing.
I just need to
just
know
there to
when the
make sure she-
Garda are coming.
Okay, you're now listening to this. You catching all this?
What did you pick
What
as
are
an alignment, by the way?
Well,
Are you good aligned?
She just,
I'm
it's just
neutral.
a
No, wait,
neutral.
true neutral.
So she doesn't give a two shits either way as long as she gets paid.
All
No,
right.
as not so as long as she gets paid, as long as her and hers and her own personal morality are not altered. Which means is that do you have any problem with this bird burning their family down and sacrifice to Tiamat, an evil god? As an individual in character.
Would that, like, if someone did that in real life, would that be like, oh hell no, I'm out?
Well,
Or
no,
would you
not
just-
neutral in character, actually technically chaotic good. So your personal out of character opinion would not affect as much as the neutral character opinion.
Right, but like, just imagine it.
I'm gonna follow
And I
her.
just set a fistful.
You're good with that?
I set a fistful of platinum on the
Well,
bar.
you're the one that convinced the party to sell their
You
soul,
do
so
you,
I didn't
bird.
expect you to back out.
I'll fucking. I'll use my
Say
dragon.
what now?
I said you do you, bird.
You're gonna help?
I pull a fistful of gold and platinum out and put it on the bar. Got anything that burns hot?
Shh. Like that Irish guy on TikTok. Do you have anything that's like 190 horse? Whoa!
Did I use up my alchemist fire? Do I still have a flask of that?
I don't know. What's on your character sheet?
You should have it updated.
I'm not trying to help. I mean, this is her whole game plan. She's just doing the naughty.
Nope.
Yeah, but it's your choices as to
I mean-
whether or not you help.
But I've
I
also
just-
been journaling in character, so just on character development that I've been working on, this makes perfect sense.
All right. Well,
Cause
Did she get anything-
Sounds like an Eminem song to me, actually. Raise the fucking roof and set the house on fire?
Did she get what she get from the? Did she get anything from the
Those
bartender?
are lyrics, aren't they?
Yeah.
Something to those names?
Do I get something good from the bartender?
The roof is on fire.
No, that's
He
what-
uses
okay.
he uses the same thing.
No, he told her he tired of the bed and set the house on fire. That's
Yeah,
what he
well,
said.
that's kind of where Kelora's going.
Yeah.
Raise the roof and set the house on fire work too, so that works.
It works even better, actually.
Alright, so I'm not plagiarizing, so yeah, it does.
Right?
So, where are we headed, and what are we doing?
I want a big bottle, if not a keg, of something that burns hot.
The bartender, at your saying this, pulls out a tinder twig. You know, a tinder stick versus a like you have your tinder boxes and things. It's the equivalent of a magical match.
Yeah.
Will lighten everything. And sits 15 shot glasses down the bar and pours different booze into each one. And then proceeds to take the tinder twig, spark it, and go like this across the fumes to all of them. And the flames do this in a rainbow. The last one being 10 inches tall and black.
I'd go with that
I'm
one.
gonna grab that one and
I go
just shoot
I
it.
go a few
Are
back
you
from
gonna
the
blow
big
it out
black one.
first?
I'm gonna drag it. I breathe fire. I don't think I have to.
I go back
You
a few
don't think you have to?
I go a few back from the big fire.
The black one with the big fire?
I go a few back from that.
Well, you don't have to worry about that one because as it lights, Torin grabs it, lit still, slams it, and I need you to roll 2d6, please.
Why?
How much damage do you take?
It's the what just lit on fire.
Exactly.
7.
You take 7 necrotic damage as fell touched whiskey fire is not. It's like balefire gives you a different effect than standard fire.
Yep.
Alright,
So-
so how many did you go from the so we're at the right? How many
I'm
did
two
about,
in.
yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the next 2 just for fucking shits and giggles.
I'm
You
holding
gonna blow 'em
up.
out this time?
I'm holding up one
That
of them,
burn.
going, "Can I get a keg of this?"
Keg.
Yes, please.
That.
Mhm. I have 408.
He gets advantage on this because he's an actual professional bartender.
I have 408 platinum to burn.
You better make this real convincing. There's my roll at advantage because he's been a bartender for 40 fucking years and nobody orders a keg of that.
Throw us down 50 more gold pieces.
As he's watching me just straight shoot this shit.
Does that make it worth it to you?
He's ignoring you? This one wants to buy a keg? No.
I drink all. But I took the thing.
Implications are expensive. You understand, right?
I just
My family's better when they're really drunk, if not asleep drunk. And I'll pay the platinum price.
Roll persuasion flat. You negated the disadvantage with money.
That
So
is.
mine. That's my sheet.
Oh, it is.
My persuasion is the plus
Okay,
4,
now
and I'm
how the fuck's this work? I mean,
my
we've
and I'm
been drinking
proficient.
and you're doing that?
A 15?
15?
And
Yeah.
I'm proficient. But like her family's really rough.
Is that the help action?
Yes, like
You
her
taking
family.
the help? What's your persuasion bonus?
Plus 4.
Makes it a 19.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 11 plus 4, made it a 15. His plus 4 is
so
a
at
19.
a 19. I'll give it the 19 on that one. You're lucky. He helped you. Because this bartender works.
I am buying it for my family. I'm not lying.
You're telling a half truth. And I actually rolled pretty fucking high on my perception or on my roll for that one. So the fact of the no, seriously, I rolled a 16 and a 19.
To the blood of Kelora's enemies.
Just don't show your labels. Hashtag not sponsored. Well, there's the small logo.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just have to blur that out on camera.
Right?
That we can do now, though.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
what
the
I'm
material.
saying.
I
We
pay
can-
a lot of money for it.
We can edit all this now.
So, with that, all right, takes everything, whatever you just said, on the table.
I put 200 down. 200 platinum.
Remove it.
Cool.
Comes back.
I don't like money.
with a butt.
With a butt, like a butt.
Like, okay, you know what a butt of ale is, right?
Oh.
A butt. He's not carrying, rolling. They roll in that booty.
Okay.
Rolls it up to you, and this is actually too heavy for you to physically lift.
What, can we lift it together?
What's the weight on it?
1,500.
Okay.
What can you lift?
I can push pull carry 600, but I can easily lift 300.
You can roll 15.
How do you roll for that?
I'm gonna help her because
So I can help a little bit. I might be a rogue, but I'm kind of strong.
And then I put another 5 platinum there as a thank you tip.
Is that for my thanks or my silence?
Both.
Sweetheart, I'll be back later with a plenty for your silence. 5 ain't good enough.
They blanch when you say that. And you swear as a group, especially you being kind of bestial in nature, that you'd smell urine and hear a little as you hear, I'll be back with payment for your silence.
He just shot himself.
Well, it definitely peed himself a little.
I'm gonna help her roll it.
Well, I don't know about
Okay,
you.
so are you going to try and roll it out the front door, or are you going to find a way to roll it out of the building? The fact of the matter is it's a standard doorway and it's a butt of ale. Have you ever seen a butt?
Don't they have a service entrance? Where they
In
get
the
this
back.
Is there service entrance? Service entrance. You know, I'm gonna let myself stumble over my words a bit. In character.
Well, you were testing the province.
Entrance. Service entrance. Where I can get this more gracefully out the door.
You sure the 4 of you can get it out the door?
Yeah.
I can lift 600 on my own.
Well, good on you.
I can lift, I don't know. Something.
What's your
What's your
strength
strength?
score?
My strength
17.
is a 15.
Between the 3 of you could technically roll this out. Nobody's lifting it. The bartender doesn't even lift it. It's a fucking butt. It weighs 1,500 pounds. I looked it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All we have to do is get it out the door, and then however we need to
Yeah,
get
but
it.
it's
we
not
can
gonna
just-
fit through the front door.
No, the
No.
service
I can
door.
lift 120.
Oh, I'm
You
gonna.
carry 240.
Yeah, which means that you have a max push-pull carry of 240 to add to the number.
Yep.
So between all of you, you can easily roll the butt.
Isn't it like your strength score times 10?
There's a cart. Is there a cart back there?
My old house is nigh 4 blocks from here.
So all we have to do is get it on the side and roll it out the door. Down the street.
Yeah, is it up a hill or down a hill?
It's a gift for my family.
The bartender reaches out at
So
you
we just gotta
as they take the other 10 and puts a hand on your shoulder. Says, "Don't tell me the location of your crimes. If the patrons ask me if I know anything, the answer is always the truth."
No shit.
Well, the truth is,
In other words, the bartender is honestly looking at you and saying, "No matter how much you give me, I'm still gonna snitch because I ain't losing my fucking business. No amount of gold we'll get will change security for my family."
the truth is that I bought a butt off of you, and you know it's a gift for my family.
Looks at you, sees that mark kind of peeking out a little bit from the cleavage of your shirt, the way it's hanging. Gift, huh?
Absolutely. As I told you, my family can be a little bit rough. We've been through a lot in the last 10 years.
Yeah. And who did you say your dad was again?
Alvin, my friend.
Oh. You the one that threw it out?
No, I'm the one that was found in the ashes.
Oh, the epic failure. That's how he tells it anyway.
He's
Well-
dead.
That's how he told it.
I mean, that's teenagers for you, though.
Yeah, I heard you lost your partner, your child, Everything's a fire.
Mm-hmm.
This how you deal.
Big bonfires. Exposure therapy.
Oh, I was hoping you were just gonna drink it all.
I am going to drink quite a lot of it.
We have to deal with their family. We're all gonna drink a lot of it.
If I'm lucky, it'll all get consumed tonight.
Looks at the four of you. Okay, honest question in character. Who's the heaviest of the four of you?
Like weight-wise?
Yes, it matters because this is a buttload of alcohol, literally.
Oh, I have made reference we're not the only ones consuming.
Yes, but
I am very light for my character.
How?
185.
Okay. So
Like,
actually, for about 6 foot tall, that's average for a human.
And to
You?
be entirely
Well, being
fair,
5'4", I weigh 132 pounds.
So actually, about average weight for somebody that height. You're not doing badly. You're probably a little bit cut because, well, with what you do for a living. You?
I am. What's that? That's the other.
Ripped. We know that much.
Yes. I mean, yes.
Fighters. Ripped.
Hey.
285 pounds.
It's warmed up.
285. Yeah, I was wondering if it got turned on. Or at least put on warm so it
I'm 6'4", like 240.
I'm high 200s.
Okay, so
About 250, I think.
So
the two of you that have the highest difficulty, by the way, and that's what I base the difficulty on for drinking, are you two. These two,
I can drink a lot though.
He has a tolerance, though. He gets drunk a lot. He's got a tolerance.
he has fey tolerance, which gives him an advantage on his saving throws.
I can still get drunk.
The shifter does not. They have other cool abilities that are equally as awesome. Don't get me wrong.
But they can get drunk.
But look,
As for quick.
I ain't bringing any trouble to you.
They just want to party with their family.
I'm hoping if I get them drunk enough and explain to them that this was very much so against my will when it happened, and I'm kind of stuck in a bind, then maybe their hoity-toity, uptight asses will listen to me.
So you're planning to try and remove that broom?
Eventually. I have to finish the contract I got stuck in.
What's that?
There's a dragon that was hunting children in Evermist. I'm on its tail. Tiamat's offering a boon to hunt the dragon I was already hunting.
Well, you seem pretty honest in
It,
that.
it killed an entire schoolhouse full of children.
It almost took out an entire town.
Kelora's not gonna focus on the whole town. Kelora's going to focus on the bodies of children that she saw.
Yeah, Kelora gives 0 fucks about all the people, only the kiddos.
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah,
well,
Cat.
You're not even there anymore. Now it really is the only thing that mattered was the kids. Fuck everybody else.
I woke up to this. I was stuck with it. I'm gonna be rid of it one day.
It burns when you say that last statement. You and everybody would smell the very distinct scent of acid sizzling into flesh. Coming off of Kelora instantly the second that she says she'll be rid of her mark one day.
Should I need to rend myself to ashes to make that so?
Back of your head, you hear, won't happen. I'll just bring you back and back and back until I'm done playing with you, puppet.
Then I guess it's a good thing and this is inside my, thinking. And I guess it's a good thing I'm not afraid of fire anymore. I take one of the larger shots. On fire.
No, they're not burned out by now.
Alright. Well then I pull out my tinderbox and relight one.
Doesn't ignite.
Damn.
All the alcohol will be
I
gone.
didn't say it was a
Only
smirker.
enough to make it no longer burn.
Mm,
That means
They actually went out in height size.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Well, they wouldn't have.
Guess it's a good thing I'm not afraid of fire anymore. Just
In the
Well,
back
my
of
ass
your
would've been
mind,
dead.
there's a flash of your body being encased in ice, melted by acid, and shocked with lightning, all at once while you watch as your family feasts on your bones.
You know what? I've been through worse. You don't scare me.
Wait until you see your husband.
Don't scare me. Kelora is mid-mental breakdown at this point.
Yeah, I
And
know.
rolling with it. It's like, fine, you know what? They don't want me, I don't want them. I'm gonna bring them a gift.
Is there a cart in the back of the?
Oh yeah, you find like several ox carts, a couple of horse-drawn carts. Ox carts being very much larger.
Is there a stable boy?
Say what?
Is there a stable boy? Or someone maintaining the carts?
Yes, there is a stable person maintaining the carts. It actually does happen to be a boy at this time, so you're good on the statement.
Well, I don't know what else like stable boy is. Like
Well, stable boy is a job, you're right. So it could be a young lady who walks up to you or not, but in this particular case, it actually is a stable boy.
We're gonna roll this into one of the carts, and I'm gonna flip them a platinum piece, and like we're gonna borrow this for a little bit to deliver this.
It'll be right back. I'll also flip a platinum.
He looks at both of you. Mum's me words.
Good boy.
Looks at the coin. Which kind of platinum piece?
I just have regular platinum coins. They don't have anything.
Okay, you.
I'm just carrying the regular. Neither of us wanted anything to do with those big discs.
Oh yeah, that's right. You kept all those.
I have 99
The-
more still.
The two of us went,
And one has a smelting mark in
Well-
the middle of it from when we tried to put it through the machine.
Now I'm gonna put this out there, but that means that you've got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
Right?
Like seriously, you've got 99 platinum smelted coins with different royal insignia on them. So you've got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Right?
Alright, and I'm gonna follow have Clara lead the cart too.
Chase.
Getting
Give me
close.
directions that where we need to go. I have an idea.
I wonder how many fireworks are going off at home.
Okay.
mm-hmm. Sorry.
There's a lot of PTSD when it comes to a lot of bangs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna are we taking the cart and Clara and me, or
Well, you guys going with them?
well, there's room in the cart for them.
Well, no, but they can walk by the cart. They can help push the cart. They could technically sit on the back of the cart, on the lip of it, and make sure that the butt doesn't roll out because it's technically about 8 feet deep, about 6 feet wide. It would be about 8 feet deep as far as lengthwise, but it would have a diameter because it's a barrel of about 10 feet is a butt.
Oh yeah, I mean the cart is probably we put it in a cart that would.
It would around an ox cart then.
So yeah, I
Moves
mean,
at 1.5 miles an hour, but it could carry a butt.
Mm-hmm.
we're not going that far, right?
No.
It's
But-
still about a 20-minute trek for you guys with this thing, and there's no way of hiding what you're moving.
I'm not trying to.
So after 20 minutes we get there, I'm going to. What did your house look like?
It's a tree.
Ish.
It's a tree.
This basement.
With a lovely set of cottage-esque homes built into it.
Like a basement or like a cellar.
Okay, so as you approach,
No, but there is a levee.
this is Kelora's
Kalori.
home.
Sorry.
As you approach, you can see that in the garden districts that are, and this would be in actually one of the city's park districts, there's a tree with roughly a 200-foot circumference, so full circle around it, maybe 25 feet across, trunk on it, that towers, and up the tree is a spiraled staircase up the trunk that then proceeds to branch out to the main branches, where there are connecting parts to a home. And Kelora's last name, over an
Macewind.
arch where it says Macewind, like you would expect in a noble house. Oh yeah, because Kelora's not some common-ass thug. Their family had clout.
Are you pure-blooded bird people, or
Yes, very.
I'm a highborn Aarakocra in Kastara.
I'm just okay.
Which means families loaded, not necessarily children, is what you guys would know. So this looks like, imagine Frank Lloyd Wright found a very, very greedy motherfucker who wanted him to build a tree house and spare about $40 billion.
Okay, so with that being said, is there like a transport elevator? Because there's
Yes,
no
there's
way-
a lorry.
Yeah, like pulley and rope system, but yes.
Is it magically in like?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. Most of her family is not magically inclined, so no.
there's a big ass fucking guy to pull the rope.
Nope.
I do find one of our table hands and hand them more than a year's wages. Help me get this up to the top of the tree, won't you?
You hear a whistle, and like 50 servants come out. They don't take the lorry. It's forbidden. And they start hiking this thing, like they around it, and because it's a cylinder, on either side they basically prop themselves up so their backs create a cradle with 10 of them on the back end of it, larger people, to keep it from sliding off the cradle, and they start walking it up the thing. A group of about 30 people. Your overly entitled family's staff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the last thing you hear is, "Where do you want us to drop it, mistress?"
Right in the big hole in the center of the very top of the tree.
Do we get to tap it there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tap it. And I'll tell you what, if you can get it up there without making much noise, you all can have not just another round of payment, but the first drinks. On the absent daughter, Kelora Macewind.
Roll persuasion.
Nope, you didn't say with advantage.
Nope. They are well paid.
Well, I'm offering them another year's wages.
They are well paid.
Uh-huh. I know how much they're paid. Persuasion, be a solid 8.
Keep your money, we'll just get it there.
Okay.
It's quiet, if it's not, it's not. It's a fucking butt.
Well, I could try.
Have you tried carrying a butt by yourself?
What do you think this was? I wasn't expecting a
That
butt.
was you rolling the butt.
Into the cord. So,
I can carry half a butt.
are there any servants? Is there any servants not being used at the
No. Not that you can see.
Well, as I fall, I'm gonna take the lorry thingy and I'm gonna take that to the top. I have a plan.
You watch as at least Torrid gets in the lorry. What's everybody else doing, by the way? You all still exist in the world.
What are they doing again?
The butt's going up the thing hauled by servants who were almost bribed to keep it quiet, but no. Oh yeah, that reminds me. No, they don't even notice.
The family doesn't notice?
9.
Yeah, ain't nobody got a perception high enough for that to work. I mean, come on, they did breed me.
The butt is going up the stairs.
Up a spiraled staircase up the main trunk of the tree.
Yeah.
It disappears behind a set of archways and what looks like foliage and hanging vines. And then you hear it clunking against some door frames. You're not really sure how the residents haven't figured out what the fuck's going on.
When I get to the top, I'm looking for some kind of pump system because there's some way to have to get water up here. And sewage down.
Sewage down, yes. Ish.
Gravity.
Well, garden beds and bird shit.
Gravity.
Do you have it how to get water up there. Because it's a.
The water doesn't go to the top of the tree.
They
How do they get it up there?
go down and get it.
Create water.
We have servants that can cast create water.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Now,
World with magic in it.
I'm looking for like a.
You do find sewer pipes that basically look like they're hooked to a hole in a room in the house that drops directly into the garden beds. You notice the garden beds are painted a relatively white color, and it looks like the bathrooms rotate. There are probably actually about 15 bathrooms on this property.
I'm looking for a length of hose.
Each shitting in a different garden bed at a different time of the year.
I'm looking for a garden hose. Some kind of pump, either mechanical. Like,
Yeah.
do I find any of that?
Hoses, plenty.
Something I can use is
are you going to try to flush our sewage system?
I have. I'm trying to build a fire hose so we can spray this because if they can fly, they don't want them escaping. So if I coat everything.
Honey, take it from somebody who's burned down in this house 3 times. The doors don't get open fast enough.
Your choice as to whether or not you take that. Seems pretty persuasive, though. I mean, that was a pretty honest statement.
From somebody who's burned down in this house 3 times.
Yes, but at the same time, there's a part of you who would admit that they have survived burning in this house 3 times is the counter argument.
So I'm still gonna do my hose. I'm gonna the hose. Since it's mostly gravity and I have to go to plan B now. I'm gonna take the hose. I'm gonna tap my own hole so that everybody can start drinking and partying and having a good time. On the opposite end, I'm gonna tap a hole. I'm gonna hook up the hoses, and I want to sneak around and fucking fill anything I can find up to literally make this bitch burn faster.
So you're going to try and saturate as much as possible, and how much time do you want to take doing this?
Well, everybody else is she's literally really Mom and Dad, I'm home.
Oh no, I'm connecting with aunts and uncles and
Like
over glasses
Mostly staff.
staff, a few distant relatives who aren't the keenest on me.
Uncle
But-
Cletus is about.
Yeah, and
They all a bunch of Cletuses.
yeah, but I'm over some high proof alcohol trying to explain my situation that I'm not gonna come back and be a mace wind because to hell with that. But that I'm kind of stuck in a bind and would like to see if we had any old weapons that I could possibly lend to my troubles. It makes sense. It's something I've come back for before.
Roll persuasion.
14? Can I have advantage because alcohol?
No. Because you're as drunk as they are.
I never said I was drinking.
You just said you were going around going, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going like this, common courtesy and etiquette is like this afterwards. So, because everybody would expect you to drink. So unless you tell me you specifically do not intend to imbibe, which you did not, guess what? It's a flat.
I'll be drunk too.
So, they look. Well, it's either that or you're making sure that you can be a vindictive bitch.
Well, I'm both a vindictive bitch, but the people who wronged me are ash and bone now.
Not all of them.
The rest don't matter, darling.
Oh, good. That's a relief, and they walk off.
The rest don't matter, darling. I won't be back after this.
No, but they look at you like, that's a relief. You're not sure what this person ever did.
Don't care.
Wait, do I hear that?
Yeah.
Comment? Alright.
Yeah, you totally hear that.
While I'm doing what I'm doing, do I find an armory or anything of that nature?
How long's your hose?
I grabbed every piece of hose I could find, so I'm assuming I have.
We did have yards and yards of hoses.
You've got about 300 feet that you can travel with this,
Sounds
so
right.
that gives me an idea of how far you can search.
I'm literally just with this thing.
Alright, so what you looking for?
Well, I'm just like, as I'm doing this, do I notice an armory? And if I heard that comment,
You would have been watering the plants right about the time that
Right.
happened, directly behind them. Which means, Kelora, you see this as you're saying these things.
and also, do I run across any of her family members that are on a little bit older side? And they're a little on the drunker side?
The drunker side, yes. The older side, no. Strangely enough,
Do I notice any that are younger than she is?
a lot. That's the strange part. It's like none of the elders, other than elder servants, are here.
Alright, I want to ask one of them a particular question.
Sure, let's hear it.
Since I heard this is not the second or third time you've made a comment that has spiked my interest.
Kelora's not allowed to have her interest spiked right now.
I rolled a
Too
dirty.
hammered.
I rolled a
And
dirty.
she's trying to look like a mace wind.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay,
Where's her father?
Ash and bone.
he's dead.
No. Because the bartender made a comment. Which I heard.
Before he died, he loudly proclaimed me an utter failure.
I don't care. But the bartender made it sound like he's alive still.
The bartender
Before he made him.
points to a jar on top of the mantelpiece.
He didn't.
Starts-
He didn't. You know, this is all.
Oh, good. I had this conversation in front of the bastard.
You didn't say that. You just said continues. Like you made it sound like he wasn't dead. And then the other family member is being warned when she said that she was after
Dead
somebody.
is such a vague term. He is in the urn.
Partially, completely.
Completely.
Oh, good. I had the conversation in front of the bastard.
And then I'm like, what are you guys hiding from her?
Nothing.
You guys been acting really weird when she came back. And so were comments. And they go, a baby's around here. And I'm not seeing too many older people.
It's fine.
Are you buying
I'm
me while I'm interrogating?
I'm having a Daenerys Targaryen moment.
She's asking. You were just asked.
No, I'm asking drunken family members, not her.
You're
I'm
so
not.
off away from everybody, including you.
Huh?
You're like,
No.
If the bartender implied something, I see a bunch of babies. And as far as I know in my interactions with her, she's an only fucking kid.
Father may be dead, but he walks these halls. Well, ghosts are real, my boy.
They can't make other fucking baby ghosts look like that. Physical beings.
Well, maybe not, but orphans happen. Possessions do happen.
Mhm.
Not everything that's good is that good.
Well, okay. I'm gonna just keep asking questions, asking the more drunker people get, and as I'm just watering everything.
Good morning, Kanan.
It should still be over here. Where do we move it again?
We handed it off.
No, you can hit last.
Now, what are you two doing as you're hearing all of this insanity? And watching as Lauren's actually starting to spray booze all over everything.
I need morning Kanan's Monsters of the Multiverse.
Okay.
I need to look up something about my race for a second.
They are
Which, by the way, that's Kelora.
talking about the dad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch me walking around watering things?
With booze. Really strong booze that was paid a lot for.
What the fuck, man?
Y'all are getting drunk. I'm over here interrogating and looking for shit.
I'm not getting drunk. I never said I was drinking.
Right?
I'm assuming because you like your alcohol. I'm just like, that's what I'm doing. I'm off interrogating drunk people and spraying shit with. Because I agreed to help her. I'm just making sure it goes off with a bang.
So I guess I just walk around and I want to go up to the one that looks like the head. Like, so, do they have any security guards in the room for the family?
No, all of the serving staff is capable.
So I go up to the one that looks the most capable, or the one that looks like they would have the most information. For
Oh, the head
something.
butler. Got it.
And I pull a sleight of hand and see if I can pick his pockets for anything useful.
Roll.
I do tap Torn on the shoulder at one point and ask him to meet me at the bottom of the tree. When he's
I
done.
hope you roll high for your sake.
Torn, darling,
Man,
when you're
14.
done watering the plants, could you meet me at the bottom of the
17
tree?
plus
Bring
5.
Ronan. And our new friend.
Well,
So
that didn't
as Ronan is going around and doing something or other, he watches the head butler, reaches down, grabs him by the wrist real quick, and jerks him forward, looking at him. Can I help you? The person who's holding on to you, you're not sure about. You're pretty sure they look human?
I was just trying to see if you had any information that might help us without actually having to ask for it.
In my pockets?
I didn't know if you had any notes or anything of use
Little
that might
brother.
help us on our mission.
Little brother, please quit trying to rob the wait staff. They're good people. Just because they serve assholes does not make them assholes themselves.
We only serve assholes on Thursdays.
I wasn't trying to.
The rest of the time we
make them
serve
out to
other
be
foods.
assholes. I just wanted to see if they had any information. from
Then
the family.
ask. Here, there's 10 platinum.
Why would I need to give them platinum?
She's drunk, dude. Like drunk.
I'm looking
I
for
can't
my
build that
old
roll,
weapons.
Ingots.
Makes sense. See, now somebody has some valiant, some worthwhile information. See, you are good. Here you go.
It's a drunk Kelora.
You're good.
You have not seen this before, any of you, by the way. A drunk Kelora.
Yeah, I
You're
have.
good.
How'd you do on your constitution?
Yeah, I have. I've seen the bird passed out at the bar.
No, this is like
Remember, I'm the one that
didn't
put
pass
the bird,
out, got just as drunk.
Yeah,
24.
the reason
18
why the
plus
bird
6.
passed out was because I put them out.
Well, in this
I'm
particular
enjoying
case,
this drunk.
You're pretty sure that the last time you checked, the bird keeps reaching down into the butt with a pitcher and just drinking it like a cup.
Do I come across the armory or anything that would?
You find what looks like it might be an armory. While you're searching and watering everything within 300 feet of what your hose will reach, going forward and back down to miscellaneous pathways and things. A couple times you throw it up over a railing because it's easier than walking around through the snaking pathways of the house, and come back down, and you've managed to find what looks like it might be an armory.
Can I find any older males of your species?
No, they kind of gone.
Mm-hmm.
In my
It was a whole curse thing, and it's kind of my fault.
Look at you, the bane of your family's existence, finally finishing the job.
Yes.
I'm gonna look around and see if I find any of the younger ones while I'm doing this, and ask them where their parents are.
The first little girl you walk upon asking this question. Mephits ate my mom. And me dad, well, he blew himself up being dumb.
Man of the family.
About 5 minutes later, you run across another older boy, probably about 12, 13 years old. Not quite old enough to be able to go out on their own or anything, but getting there.
11, 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Maturity.
You can say, well, me dad and me mom, they left, well, tried to leave, and it was the weirdest thing. A pair of wyverns came out of the sky, snagged them both, and flew off.
Are there any of age males still alive?
No.
Well, there's Jack, and Francis, and Michael, and Asterion, Galathius. There's a few boys, just not on the direct line. More cousins than anything.
Have any sired any hatchlings?
Not to my knowledge, but I don't go around fucking the family that I work for.
Are they fucking each other?
Possibly.
I take myself down to the bottom of the tree, having done everything I needed to do in the week.
As I run across those two, I'm going to tell them, pass on her message, tell them while you finish up what I'm doing.
Get off the tree, get off the tree, get off the tree! But not in that tone, please.
Time to go.
I'll meet you down there.
Alright.
While they're setting the place to blow, what you doing?
Get off the tree, get off the tree, get off the tree.
You would know exactly what's gonna happen if somebody sets fire to that butt.
So,
Especially
how
after
about we
you've
go?
seen all the fun shit happening, everything getting doused
Firebolt
in plain sight.
and just, you know.
No, you're going to want to get... what I've been doing, you don't want to be up here when this goes off.
Yeah, it's
You
already
wanna
rigged
be-
and everything. We
I'm
gotta
I'm
go.
watering the whole bloody thing.
I've been
with
spraying with alcohol.
We've got to go.
Poultry.
Uh-huh.
You've actually got about a 75% coverage by the time that you get done and head down.
Oh, I'm not
Get
heading
bottom
down
of the
yet.
tree.
Yep, I'm
And
down.
there's about 50% of the butt left.
Oh,
You're gonna use your oh shit button.
yes, but I have a plan to do that too.
How about this?
As it starts to lighten, I'm going to start talking to these drunk people to roll it so I can get full coverage. I feel like we need to move it over there. It looks better over there. It's more useful over there. As I talk drunk people into rolling it to where I need it to be.
I was gonna say, why don't you just? I could just use my.
No, she's got a whole like ceremony process she's going to do.
Yeah, I'm down
This
on
isn't
the
just
ground.
like setting the fire. I'm just making sure that no one's...
Well, there's setting the fire, burning the house down, and slaughtering the family in an act of arson. And then there's ritually sacrificing the family in a act of arson. The question is, which way is it being done, and whether or not the ritual components are met.
That's her
I
thing.
take the time at the base of the tree,
She
get the
did know.
symbol all carved in, pull out the few components that I had, slice my palm open.
And right as you slice your palm, a halfling girl, no more than maybe 5, so knee-high at best, walks up and grabs the sleeve with the burning hand. Miss Kelora,
Yes, darling.
my mom and dad are up there. Please don't.
I have a plan for that.
Make a wisdom save.
Do
Just you. You give 0 fucks.
Yeah, no fucks to give. Hey, you know what? I give enough of a fuck that I pull out another 10 platinum. Go to the markets, love.
I'll accept that because her parents are dead. You're creating an orphan and know it.
Uh-huh.
The drunker her family gets,
And I press my palm
I'm going
to the symbol of Tiamat. And wait until my blood fills the entire symbol.
Can I tell all the servants and slaves to get on the loo?
Okay. Where are you guys
Well,
going?
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
As I finish the other 25%, I know she's doing her thing. I'm going to let the hose kind of fall down the side of the tree while draining all the way to the bottom.
Right on top of me, right?
No, I just want the whole fucking tree to go.
Okay.
I'm up there. I don't know who's where and where's
That's
what.
fine.
So,
Well, okay.
do you actually need the actual fire?
No, she's gonna open it.
Because I can always imbue one of my arrows with.
Don't answer that question the way you're about to. There are still 2 people you care about up that tree.
I am bleeding
Two.
bleeding into a rather
You're
large sigil
You're
right
down
now.
next to them.
I'm waiting.
Down.
no, I'm upstairs. I set them down.
Y'all have until my hand fills this sigil of Tiamat.
They're on their way down.
3 rounds.
I am still up there spraying shit.
I guess I just hold because there's not much I can do.
Are you in the tree or out of the tree?
I already followed him or down.
Okay, what you doing?
Did you follow me down?
Yeah.
You're looking at a sigil of Tiamat that is actually siphoning blood out of Kelora's hand into the tree. Now, here's the catch. It's going to take you 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a Constitution save each round, and then roll 2d8. Double the results and take it as damage if you fail.
Okay.
Difficulty's 15.
That's
Oh.
a 1.
Quadruple.
I'm gonna be unconscious by the end of this, just so y'all know.
If you make it to, if in those
You know,
3,
I've got 114.
Wait, I thought you said 2d8.
it was 2d8.
10.
G Nat 1 did.
So I took 40.
No.
I'm alright. I'm still up.
Okay. That's roll number 1. If you fall unconscious before it completes, or if it falls,
16.
you're good.
21. 22.
So 1-1.
Yep.
If this one fails,
7. And 17.
actually succeeds.
Yeah, you said the DC was 15.
So in 3 rounds time, so that'll give you 18 seconds from where you are right now in the tree.
Makes sense that the first round hurt.
What you doing? Are you gonna stay up there, or did you follow him down?
I followed him down.
I'm not what's up there.
As the last few drops of blood from that 3-round delay filter in, a spark. What you casting? You had a plan that involved a spell.
I am ritually casting Create Bonfire while speaking the words for the glory of Tiamat and in our greater endeavors for the glory of the entire Chromatic Kingdom.
Okay, so as you say these words, the child that was standing next to you misses with their dagger, trying to stab you in the back for sacrificing your family to Tiamat. And the fire starts. Light blue at the base of the tree as it begins to
Get
curse.
back, get back! As some of my sense comes back!
Alright.
It runs quickly. You watch as it sparks upward. What once was leaves turns into flat embers of orange and pink. The flames seem to have a life of their own, dancing with what looks like pictures of little tiny fire elementals throughout the entire thing, just bouncing leaf to leaf, almost giggling in the sound of the flames licking them. You're still in the tree, so what you doing?
So how many of the servants was I able to talk into going onto the loop?
We'll say the better part of half.
I guess
78% of them, so we'll say maybe out of the total of 15 servants, you got 12 of them.
Nice.
Alright. And how many members your family? How many family members are there up there? I'm trying to make a moral judgment for my character.
There's about 30 of them.
Family?
Yep, house is on fire. About 10 of them are burning. 3 of them have their primaries starting to singe to the point where they can't fly, which gives a whole viable 10 of them the ability to escape of their own volition.
Okay. So then I'm gonna run towards the loop as I cut myself.
This is how you play a villain arc.
As I turn around, because I'm going to do 2 things. One, I'm going to use my breath weapon to singe any feathers so none of the rest of them can't fly, they can't leave. With my cone of fire. Okay. As I hit the loop, I'm going to slice it, grab it, and I'm going to try. I know I can't hold it, but I'm going to try to make it so it hits the ground as.
What's the spell check difficulty on your
On my kid?
breath weapon? Because that lift is the only way down, so everybody's trying to get there, and it's a cone.
I know, and I'm in front of them, blowing this behind me as I turn around and cut
Is it a
myself.
cone or a line of acid for you? Or a thingy? It's a cone?
We established
It's a
that in
5
the
by
sewers.
30 line. straight
Okay, we
behind me.
established it as a cone earlier in the sewers.
I mean, I can do both, but Yes. Basically.
Different abilities.
It's a line.
Okay, so 5 foot wide. So
5'5".
The entire walkway in front of him.
in whatever direction you're pointing. So
I'm literally running. I cut myself and yell Tiamat. As I turn, my wings are coming out. And so I start flying backwards towards the loop.
and you're just gonna spray everything going to the lift with acid.
Fire.
Fire?
Yeah, he's a. What's your breath weapon?
It's acid.
It's lightning, actually, so they'll light it like a motherfucker. It's actually lightning. So they're gonna basically fuck this motherfucker up. Okay?
Okay, I need you to do me a solid favor. I need you to roll a attack roll with advantage using your breath weapon.
Okay, it's like a 16.
Okay.
I don't care about it.
Now I need you to roll a dex save. Okay, so I'm going to tell you exactly how this goes down. And then I'm going to give you exactly 3 seconds to tell me how you react. If you do not react within that 3 seconds, I'm going to start rolling damage.
Okay.
For anybody who has a question as to why this is happening, this is a room full of alcohol fumes with everything saturated in highly potent alcohols. Just launched a lightning bolt into it. So, what does lightning do? It's a big spark. And you just covered everything in accelerant.
I know.
And have a big barrel of accelerant in the middle of the room you're in.
No, I'm running towards the loop. It's like fucking over there somewhere.
Yeah, it's about maybe 75 feet away from the center of the room where you're in.
Okay, that's like, I'm only 30 feet.
Get off the ground.
That's outside my range. Technically.
Okay.
But I am doing this while, like, I'm almost to the loop. This is like, I'm almost there because I'm going to grab the loop and cut the rope so the bitch drops. That's why I pop my wings. So you never see those action scenes where they're running and then turn around and start
Yes.
shooting? Okay, picture that, but I'm gonna aim for that while shooting lightning.
You need an alignment change.
Picture a dumb waiter filled with 20 people having the rope cut at 65 feet.
I know I'm not gonna be able to stop it, but I can probably slow it down where they don't die.
You can certainly try.
I know I'm going to. I'm going to.
Okay.
But this is what I'm doing. So what? Okay. So as I'm doing this, and I know I'm shooting lightning because I'm aware.
So you know what's gonna happen. I need you to make a dex saving throw for starters. By the way, I need a dex saving throw from the two of you, even though you're on the ground as well for this. And you. Disadvantage because you're trying to keep control of some shit at the same time.
You know what?
Dex saving throw 21.
You're good.
Then that's no proficiency. That's just
11.
17.
I would say it doesn't matter what my bonus
Oh,
is, so I got a
Jesus.
nat 1.
Wow.
Did I kill Ronan?
How many hit points do you have, Ronan?
63.
Well, that's
Okay, you're
good.
not in the 30s anymore. Good.
I just got 7 or 8 more points last when we leveled up.
Okay.
Okay, and
Can I roll perception to see him fail?
Ronan?
We were standing together.
on the sheer, I'm going to say no. But I will let you bait and switch it.
No. Burn my last spell slot. Because I cast Ritually last time. Burn my last spell slot to cast Shield of Faith.
That's all well and good. How much damage does it absorb?
I believe. Let me look. I don't have it written down. I just have it in here. It makes our AC too higher. That's what it does. Shield of Faith makes your AC
Not gonna
too
matter.
higher.
This is an AOE.
Yeah. That's what I've got. I don't have actual shield yet. Not till level 5.
Okay.
I know you're copying a whole bunch of stuff because I just said some dumb shit. But I'm epic.
Oh, it is an epic fuck up. Do not get me wrong. I'm actually sitting here mathing this. Okay,
That's
so
fuck up. I've gotten a pretty good roll. Well, moving away.
well, let's be honest. You definitely hit everything you were aiming at, including the big bat of highly incendiary booze.
I'm on my only 30-foot range. That's 35 feet away. But I didn't like the air, so okay. I'll let you have that. Okay, I'll let you have that.
That's
And
a
I
safe
can't
chain
bait and
reaction.
switch. I don't have a martial or simple weapon, or my shield in hand right now. I can't bait and switch. I don't have the requisite components.
You can free action draw a weapon.
She didn't have any weapons for her. We picked him up. Remember, we picked up your shit.
No. We picked up my shit earlier and put it back at the hotel. We picked up my armor so that I could have the AC of 20 and criticals against me would be normal damage.
Yeah.
I'm just
figured I was going to get my shit rocked.
Well, let's see if I died.
Oh, he
I'm
might
gonna
have
see if
killed
I,
me.
I'm gonna see if I died. Or how close to death I am.
Well, there is good news. You sold your souls to a clergy. So you're good on your saving throw. You're good on your saving throw. You're good on your saving throw. You should bend over and spell run. I was not trying to kill Ronan tonight, for the record. And I'm probably not
Before
going
shit runs out of you.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, the best I can do is stand between him and the blast.
You can absolutely make the reaction to try and soak it.
I have the hit points.
17 or better to win.
No, it's not a disadvantage. Or advantage. No. Okay. I tried.
Yeah, this is a spontaneous act brought on by the chaos that is your party. So,
But I don't go small, okay? I like
It's
described
too late
this.
now. You set
I
the
just-
events in motion.
I know, and I described it very well because I was contemplating this shit while I was.
you were thinking me through on this one, and I appreciate you. So, good news is I don't roll ones as a DM. 10, 16, 19, 20. 3, I'll keep it. 5. 5 and 9 is 14, 20. 34 damage, halved for those of you who saved.
So 34.
I can soak
The
it.
dumbwaiter. You do manage to cut the line.
I think I need to make a saving throw because I went from 63 down to 29. That's over half.
Constitution save, difficulty's 10.
So
I
it's
can
just a
carry
straight
you if you
con
fall
save.
unconscious.
Yeah.
34,
Plus
we get half, so that's
1.
16, 18, 34.
It'd be 18.
18.
Yeah,
Or 17, sorry.
yeah, 34. Half of that would be 17.
Yeah. You,
Are you
Topanga,
fucking
take 7
kidding me?
What'd you roll?
Fucking 5 plus 1 is 6. The difficulty's 10.
Well, the
You're
good
not-
news is it's not enough to kill you.
I'm knocked the fuck out.
Exactly, that would be the bad news.
I
So, Kelora,
can carry him.
as you go to light this whole fucking house on fire, having marked it for Tiamat.
Yes,
in
you
your
did
hand,
start it already. So the flame started. I just
Hey,
accelerated it.
you said
As-
Tiamat started it.
As the
basically.
fire starts, and you're expecting it to just rise upward,
Dice Jill.
It is. 'Cause I was
and
a
then
normal and I rolled the fucking.
all of a
18.
sudden, from the top, before you can react, all you can think is, oh my god. And you try to dive into the way of Ronan, as everybody else goes, oh shit, and you see what looks like a nuclear blast mushroom cloud. Similar to Mythbusters makes the non-dairy creamer cannon come out the top and out the sides of this tree.
That one's in jail for the
You
week.
take half damage at 17. You take
Well,
He took 30.
34.
34 damage. You watch as Ronan goes flying back, the person who records you, and slams into the gate arch, knocking their head against it and becoming unconscious from the force and concussive damage.
Alright,
You're bald.
that's fine.
You
I still have the other half of my action left, so I'm just like, I just got like a little tickle.
How am I bald? I only took 17 damage.
all blasted. You were already molting from stress. You'd said that 2 games ago.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
only been 2 days.
So it'd be like shoulders up like a bald man, not bald chicken.
Correct.
Sorry, when you said bald, I saw
No,
You
you are
saw a
truly
chicken.
a bald
You
eagle
saw a
right
plucked
now.
chicken?
I saw defeathered.
Plucked chicken.
No, that happened like 10 sessions ago.
hmm Looks like I'm gonna have to
I
hit
pluck
that
the bird
walkway
regularly
near
for
Aspen.
my own mental health.
Look down and go, looks like I'm gonna have to hit that walkway near Aspen's house again.
Okay.
Sleep
said
in
I
the
cut the
field
rope.
of greater restoration.
As you cut the rope, you hear loud screams, followed by the gasping screams of somebody who's breathing in fire, screaming from the fall, followed by the sounds of 5 minutes of suffocation crammed into 30 seconds, followed by a crunching splat and the smell of something that almost resembles pork with an oak smoked flavor.
Alright.
And at the death of the wait staff and the torching of Kelora's family.
What? No, I was gonna try to catch it. I know the part.
You gonna try and catch it? Go for it. I'll give
I'm
you.
gonna like cut the rope and kind of grab it because I have
Oh
my wings on.
man, dinner.
I'm gonna try to do what I best I can to slow it with my wing spread and get it away from.
That's a hell of a strength check.
It really is because that's like 20 people in a dumbwaiter. I will let you have it if you roll a 19 or higher. I'm even gonna drop it 1 because that's normally a 20 or better to win even for Kelora.
19, and that's no modifiers. It's a
Okay.
25 with modifiers.
Exactly, which is why I said you had to roll a 19 or better.
Yeah!
Alright, so Ronan goes flying, slams into the arches. You go flying backwards, getting singed, but being smart enough, having blown up enough shit in your own life, making explosives. That you're like, fuck this, poof!
Yeah, you saw the spark of the electricity and went, nope!
Nope, the fuck out, just to the point where you got singed, but your cloak and everything kept you from getting too hurt. But you
We need a
still are
nap.
taking some shrapnel damage afterwards.
What would a potion
One.
of healing do for Ronan?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it,
I
that now
got
would not be the time.
I am going to potato sack him.
There is a time for that.
I'm not gonna try to fly right now, just cause
Okay,
Sore,
so wait,
disoriented.
wait, hold on, hold your roll, jabroni. Here's the deal, though. As you're being blasted back, having taken half the brunt, but helping Ronan out and trying to soften his blow, you see Torin holding the dumbwaiter rope with 20 people, and I need you to roll a d20
What?
flat.
17.
Cool. Great news. Remember I said there were 20 people in there?
Mm-hmm.
The number you're looking at is the number of survivors of the blast.
Okay.
So only 3 died.
3. 3 more than me.
That's 3 corpses, 17 lives. You saved more people than you allowed to die.
Yeah, that's a
Not counting the douchebags that are guarding the house, but nobody cared about them.
No, not really.
you know what? You know what? Even I as a DM wouldn't make you change your. You save this wait staff. You get to keep your chaotic good.
That's actually why I. Yeah.
I'm chaotic neutral. Either way, it's fuck it. I'm neutral. Chaotic
he's
neutral.
chaotic neutral, so he's golden.
Oh yeah, it was Kelora's old freaking character sheet.
You're actually a little bit impressed having watched this guy who. Okay, you know he's physically weaker than you, and you know that's a lot of fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not mu- okay.
the reason for the 19 drop is actually rule of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna bullshit. That should have been a 30 or better to win.
Mm-hmm. But
But
we rule a cool in this house.
we rule of cool when that just makes for a better narrative.
Right?
So as you're watching the spark and Torin blow that keg before it was ready, You watch as they come down. They're strained. You're going to take, this is the penalty for it, a whopping 10 points of damage from dislocating your shoulders and tearing muscles.
Ooh, that's not 45 points.
Do I have time to get up
So you
under
fall
it
on that
and
map
ease the
improvement.
landing?
No.
You got Ronan. It's a data.
You were keeping Ronan from getting splattered against the archway, so no.
Yep, no. When I touch you, I deal
For
my
all
other
their
5
fuckery, they seem
points
to work
of lay on
together as a team
hands.
pretty well.
I'm still.
Would
I'm
be
still
crossing the
knocked
back of
out
your
though,
mind.
wouldn't I?
5 points of healing is enough from the lay on hands pool is enough to relieve the unconscious condition. Yes.
So smacking him in the face gently.
Well, you know,
She could do both.
he's unconscious, kinda on like my behalf. So the least I can do is.
You're bad.
Actually,
you didn't fucking blow it up prematurely. That was
Kelora,
all.
with your current alignment,
If she doesn't smack him, I will.
no. You just dropped to neutral evil, hun. You didn't cause the boom. You just lit the fire. Big difference. Not your bad, not your circus, not your reason.
The
Right?
boom
That's
wouldn't
what
have
I'm
happened
saying.
without my going. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna sacrifice the bastards.
But he decided to blow it up.
I wanted
I'm
to
still
know.
gonna give you the 5 points of health and restore you to consciousness.
Yay, I'm only 30.
And I'm gonna give you the-
I'm only 29 points now. Lower than when I started this match.
That's fine.
Instead of 34.
You knew something sideways was going to happen tonight. So as you're watching all this, what are you doing? Because you decided to work with these people.
Are you doubting your decision yet?
No, but I do smack Ronan.
Why? I need a justifiable reason because you need to... No, I want to know, why did you smack Ronan when he's not the one that made the boom? Let's hear what the actual words out of your mouth as you slap him are. I want to know why you're saying this.
Not for the kill.
Not to mention, keep in mind, you're the newbie, and these two, whether they want to beat the shit out of him some days or not, are his homies. So in the really real world, even
I
if I'm
smack
like,
him and say, "You're a rogue. Act like it."
I did. I'm squishy. I'm a fucking rogue.
yeah.
I'm good at up close
Oh
and
wait,
personal.
that's right. You're a rogue. You only would have taken half damage anyway and kept your consciousness.
Cool.
Oh, that's my cunning action, huh?
Yeah. That evasion, that...
Cunning dog and uncanny
So
dodge.
so I went from
It's
63, and then it would have dropped by instead of
17, so add 17 to whatever you got.
I still give you the rest of my lay on hands pool.
That's
because
why I'm
you
adding
squish.
17 to the 5 that you already gave me.
Like
So
you're the
34
squish.
plus
You get the
10.
extra healing.
So I'd be 34 plus 10 would be 44 plus another.
And I'm as I land, it's super cool, like, because I just did all that off of
51.
this. Like, we should probably not stick around.
Yeah, we need to go.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm only
either
12
we need to
points
go,
short.
we need to go now.
Ronan, vanish.
It's not like running away like this because my arms are dislocated.
Right? What are you doing as you see
Artificer,
this?
with me.
Oh
You gonna
yeah.
listen?
Yeah.
You gonna
Running
listen and
away
follow the
meant when
bird,
I
or you
said
gonna go your own
vanish.
direction?
What do you think? I just rolled a stealth roll.
No, I'm gonna follow the bird.
Okay.
I just rolled a stealth roll at 18 plus 8, so another
26.
26.
You say vanish, Ronan goes, bam. You're going with the
And with a
bird.
ritual sacrifice or
You're
two on
disappearing, and
time.
we're gonna call that the evening. Happy
Yeah.
New Year to all. Congratulations to the two of you.
Yes,
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
Thank
And
you.
now I would stick around for some lovely fun, but I got a Banff.
Same.
Oh yeah, you guys.
And
get
I'm
stuff
gonna
to do.
be epic. Pudgy, we love you.
Pudgy, we miss you.
We love you, and you'll see this. We will tell you all about this in the
Can't
chat.
wait for you to come home.
Oh my
Pudgy.
god, yes, we will.
Love
Yes.
chicken. Peace and chicken grease.
Bye.
Bye.